Hey everybody!
Hello.
It's Wednesday. And no, it hasn't meant it for a month now. Exactly. It's time for Mass Effect Aftermath. When we left off, our party of Hello Reya, the Asari infiltrator, Tork,
That's me.
the Krogan vanguard, McGowan, the human soldier, and Alpha, who is not here yet, but he will be. He's been held up at work a little bit long, but he should be arriving shortly. Alpha, the Geth engineer, had been hired by the Smugglers Guild in the port city of Port Fullstone on the planet of Omara, kind of a wintry tundra kind of a world for the most part. Been hired to infiltrate and discover what was going on, or rather to follow and discover what was going on with these LMD, Lusankya Mining Directorate soldiers and operatives who'd been coming and going more frequently from their outpost. The population of the outpost itself had within Port Fullstone had grown in the last few months, and more soldiers and supplies, it seems, are getting sent out every week somewhere. The Smugglers Guild wants to know why, because they don't want the Directorate to move in and start muscling everybody around. They kind of like things the way they are, and they don't want this big mega corporation to start screwing around with local affairs and harming the equilibrium that exists on Omara. So you guys, with clever thinking from Alpha, you sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I think somebody is doubling.
That's you. Bad luck.
Oh, my bad. I gotta put my headphones on.
Yeah, the
No,
ADHD.
you're still doubling.
Yeah, you're still doubling. It's still coming into your computer speakers.
Oh, you're not deafened on
Hold
Discord.
on.
The ADHD is real. I cannot talk over myself.
That must be messing you up so bad.
Yeah, it's
Deafen yourself on Discord.
All right.
No,
So
deafen yourself on Discord.
Yeah, go into Discord and deafen yourself.
I'm muted on Discord.
Yeah, but deafen yourself.
No, deafen.
So you're not picking up any audio through it.
How's that? Better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope. I can still hear myself. I can still hear myself.
There, it should be fixed now.
Okay. Great. All right. So, anyways, you guys tracked this supply caravan with some clever thinking from Alpha to plant a tracking device on one of these vehicles from this supply convoy. And with that done, you followed yourselves, or rather, you followed the signal all the way out into the wilderness. McGowan had some rough driving in kind of a old piece of shit Mako, like kind of refurbished and fixed up, very much a fixer-upper kind of a vehicle, beater, essentially. But you made it out to what was a frozen lake, and on the far side of the frozen lake was this mining camp. Presumably a mining camp, because that's typically what the Directorate gets up to when they do things like this. And you sort of skirted around the outsides, made your way up a precarious glacier side, like a kind of a sloped section, and kind of scoped things out for a bit. And you attempted to sneak in, but some attention was drawn, and a firefight began with the soldiers that were defending the camp. And we had played through a few rounds of combat. It's an intense firefight. McGowan holding down the right flank all on his own, essentially, taking out two Baron, shooting, having just also gunned down a soldier, kind of trading shots with another one. Alpha had hacked one of the large mechs that had been used to kind of be constructing all these prefabs that this camp is made out of. Tork charged in and just absolutely crushed the guy with his hammer. Just
Remember when that guy shit himself?
put his head into his knees, and then his friend next to him shat himself in response to that. Reya, pulling out all of her bag of tricks down on the left flank, kind of drawing off some of the troops from Tork and Alpha.
I was 2 people.
Using her quick thinking and her kind of her repertoire of tech abilities to run interference and kind of keep some people distracted, occupied, and otherwise engaged. And that is where we pick up our session here.
If the viewers want to look at my square, I can show you the map.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tork.
Look at that.
So we'll begin with the initiative order. It is Alpha and Omega up first. As he's not here, McGowan is going to be rolling for him. So if we'll give him a second. Meanwhile, Tork and Reya, you guys get yourselves sorted. And go ahead and kind of talk amongst yourselves. We can kind of refresh our memories here. It's been a while. And,
the guy pooped himself, right?
Yeah, here, let me shrink some things down so we can focus on where the battle is right now.
He rolled it, man.
I did roll it, and it happened.
He rolled for poop.
You rolled a really high intimidation check, and he did not beat it. So
rolled for poop.
So I have some questions for you.
Yes.
So which one is Omega?
Alpha is the white and blue. Omega is the gray and blue.
That doesn't help me.
Left and right on the screen.
Alpha is left. Omega is right.
Respectively in order.
Okay.
Huzzah.
And I apologize because he sent me the character sheets a while ago, but I was at work, so I couldn't look at them. So
yeah, that is okay. So there are 2 dead Varen up by McGowan who are also on fire because McGowan got hit with an Inferno grenade. There is another guy that McGowan just gunned down. Let's get the map up there so people can see. Hopefully you can see that on Tork's monitor. We're still trying to get some better ways of doing that.
It's a weird problem to sort out, but
it is. But we're working on it, and hopefully one of these days we'll have some cool visuals for you fine folks.
Looks really good for me.
Yeah, Arkenforge is pretty good. I've been getting a little more used to it. It's got a lot of features I kind of use it in conjunction with Incarnate. I use those 2 map makers for all of my D&D games, and I think they work pretty good together. I'm getting a little more versatile with both of them.
Who's that guy that's on fire?
Those are the 2 dead Varen. One of which McGowan, I think both of which McGowan actually killed with his Omni Blade.
Yeah.
Both of them kind of charged and leapt at him, and it just, pretty badass. There's another dead soldier up there as well. I think there's a guy over there.
The sparkly man's he's still alive, right?
He is still alive. Okay. Let me see what effect he has on him. I know I have it written down.
So McGowan is. Oh, he's on the right there.
Yeah, he's behind cover.
I hope my map isn't flipped. That'd be confusing. Oh, it is. Shoot.
So I suppose I'm over on the left then. No, it looks like.
Well, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to go with what's in front of
me. I'm seeing the same thing that I'm seeing in the Discord,
which should be correct.
Yeah.
So McGowan is on the right.
The Discord, yes, the Discord is not mirrored. The Discord is what is on my monitor. You are seeing what's on my second monitor.
Oh,
exactly as it is.
Oh, but my feed is flipped. Okay, I gotta fix that.
So that trooper there. Oh, that's right. The sparklies mean that they have their tech armor activated. That's what that was. I wrote it all down. I just had to figure. I had to decipher it all. Real quick.
That looks
Yeah,
wrong.
Sparkly means tech armor. I've got tokens on everybody there, so you can see all the guys who've been killed. They've got little skulls, little skull tokens
Mm-hmm.
on them. And then their Tork, you've currently got. Let me make some of these a little bigger. Tork, you've currently got. You're lightning primed.
I'm primed?
You're primed for lightning damage. Yes.
Oh, dang it. That means that I probably, because
You got shot.
at the end of the last session, I was trying to figure out whether or not I had gone a whole round without taking damage to see if my shields would come back.
No.
But it would stand to reason that if I'm primed, then
No, you got shot. You got shot at. I don't think you took very much damage.
my
But-
shields are down to 9 out of 20. So that's where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you got shot, but you didn't take any damage. Okay, so McGowan, are you ready to roll for alpha here? Don't worry about making it super nuanced or anything.
Yeah.
Like, we know you don't know the class. Just you can make
Okay.
it.
Cool. So, I forgot what we were doing with how the mech
has its own initiative order.
The mech has its own initiative
Yes,
order.
yes.
Okay.
I will let you know when it's time to do the mech. Right now, it is just alpha and omega's turn.
So alpha. Alpha is gonna move up a little bit.
How far?
I want to be able to shoot at the trooper labeled 5 with my M12 Locust, which has a minimum
How far can you move?
10 to 13 meters.
10 to 13.
That's what it says. It says
Oh,
so.
13 is for, I think 13 is for your drone. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 would put you right there, or put alpha right there. Not you. You're not alpha. So alpha's kind of running up to close the gap to get behind that yellow crate over there on the left side for cover.
Was that 10? That was 10?
10 meters, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah.
That's not very far at all.
Nope.
They're quadrupeds. How do they have such small movements?
Well, he's a it's a flavor. It's not a rule bending thing. It's a fun reskin.
He's a cool looking thing. Okay. So can I shoot at the gentleman, the number 5 gentleman?
What's your range?
Range is 10 to 30. So the long range is 30.
Right, no, sorry. I'm getting a little confused here. Yeah, so we have the movement, right? Okay, so sorry. It's been a little while since we played the game. I gotta get back. And everything's in meters, so it gets confusing when you're an American.
It's been a little time since I rock and roll.
You said 30? 2, 4,
Yeah.
6, 8, 10. Yeah, you can shoot him.
Okay. And that's the disadvantage.
Yeah, so for reference, each of those hexes is 2 meters across. So it's 6. So it's 6 feet. So it's sort of the equivalent to a 5 by 5 space, like a 5 by 5 space.
Oh yeah.
In D&D.
I remember them being 1 meter, but that
No.
two makes more sense.
If they were 1 meter across, then your guys would be way bigger.
Okay, so what's his modifier? Okay, so that probably doesn't hit. Yeah, so that and that's a disadvantage because it's the maximum range.
Also, we can't see your face.
Oh,
You're
cool,
like
sorry.
leaning into the corner.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a couple things going on here. Yeah, that's a miss.
Can you tell we haven't played this game for a month, guys?
Little bit rusty.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get there. All right. So what'd you roll for the to hit?
To hit was a 9, so I'm assuming
9.
it's a-
No, that will miss. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he holds up his gun, fires off a couple of shots. They both kind of ping off the stack of building materials behind them. Next up is so Tork. You and Alpha would see the door on that building that would be to your character's left, but on the right side of the screen. You would see stepping out of that building an LMD engineer, accompanied by combat drone. And he kind of the door hisses open, and he looks around. And he kind of pulls up his gun, and he is going to take a shot as he kind of looks over to the Centurion. Reporting in, sir! And he's going to fire off his Carnifex, so a big hand cannon. That's a miss. That's going to be an 8. So Tork, that's going to sail wide.
Reporting for duty.
He does have double tap, however. So if he used his action to shoot, he can use his bonus action to shoot again. That's going to also miss with an 11. So he kind of runs out, and he's a little bit flustered, a little bit panicked. Seems like he probably wasn't totally alert and at the ready for this, and he kind of just fires off his shots wildly. They both miss.
He actually said, reporting for duty, sir. Ah!
Yeah.
Also see coming out from around the corner of the larger structure another engineer.
Oh my god.
And a combat drone.
We are in hot water.
What?
And he is going to see you standing there. He looks a little bit more, just based on his body language, he looks a little bit more ready. He was maybe like kind of in the middle of doing something, kind of nearby, as opposed to like kind of sitting inside of a building, presumably. And he is going to use Incinerate. He's going to shoot at you, Tork.
He would.
It's going to be a miss again. It's a that's going to be like a 5 to hit with the Incinerate. let me make sure it's not a saving throw real quick. Nope, it is just a ranged attack. Yep, so that's a miss. You see this kind of heated, kind of irregularly shaped globule almost of like bright orange plasma shoot out from his Omni tool, and it just sails wide and even hits the building right next to you. Just kind of smoldering, melted slag metal. Doesn't burn all the way through, but it does leave a mark there, and it misses, and you're just even though you're right here in the thick of it, nobody can hit you.
Welcome to the party, scaredy boys. Nice shooting.
Then let's see. They've got these drones. I want to make sure I'm using this correctly.
That's how you know the DM's figuring something out.
Yeah, man. So, combat drones. I forgot to go for the last guy, so we're going to go at the same time. The combat drones are both going to kind of scoot up. They're these little sort of semi-spheres made of hard light. They kind of just glide forward. They fly. Both of them are going to fly up towards you, Tork. I don't think this one is going to be able to make it though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Nope, that's as far as he's going to go. But the other one does get close enough to you, and it is going to use its shock attack. Actually, no, he's going to hang back. He's going to stay here because it has some range to it. So he's going to stay back there, and a little tendril of kind of blue lightning shoots out towards you. That's cocked. Finally, that's a 21.
Oh, finally.
So that'll hit. So that's going to be 1d6 plus 2 lightning damage. So 4 points of lightning damage. And because you're primed for lightning damage, let's, I need to pull this up. Combat, power casting. So because you are primed for lightning damage, man, Ryan has all this stuff memorized already. It's crazy. All right, here we go. So primed for lightning, each creature in a 4-meter radius, including the primed target, suffers 3d4 lightning damage. Lightning damage increases. Okay, well that's at higher levels. We can do that. So you and the let's see, you and just you and the number 3 there are both going to take 8 points of lightning damage.
I'm going to use a barrier tick to bring that down to 4.
All right. So as this tendril of lightning shoots out, as this drone glides out of the front door, it hits you, and you feel this jolt of energy go through your biotic barrier, which takes the brunt of it. It does still kind of like, doesn't stagger you, but it does kind of jostle you a little bit. And you see from your body where the lightning hits, another bolt shoots out and strikes this other guy.
Please tell me it did more damage to him. It did do more damage to him than it did to me, didn't it?
Yeah, his yes, it did. It did 8 points of damage. Well, did the full because he doesn't have the barrier. And with that, actually, his tech armor drops because when you lose all the bonus hit points from the tech armor, it goes away. So
Wait,
his,
sorry,
the
let
kind
me
of
try that again.
the orange hard light armor that's kind of overlaid on top of his fairly like minor body armor kind of shatters and dissipates into like these little sort of hexagonal like motes of light. So he's still there. I think that's the end of that's the end of the engineer's turn. So it's your turn, Tork, and then next up is McGowan and Reya for the players.
Okay. What does the skull mean?
He
That they're
did.
dead.
Oh, sick.
He did. That's the guy you crushed.
So is number 3 any sort of like terrified because he pooped himself?
I mean, he pooped himself. That's terrified. But other than that, no, there's nothing else going on. Other than that. He's still.
But he's still gonna attack next turn.
As far as you know, there's. I mean, he probably will. You are an enemy like right there in front of him, and he is a trained soldier. Poop in his pants or not. You know.
Oh man, I forgot about my blood rage.
Who new character? Who dis?
Yeah.
Growing pains of the new stream, and then also we took a month off, so everything we'd started getting in the habit of doing we completely forgot.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that I used my my 0 sum to kill that one guy. That was sick.
You did. Yeah, that was really cool. I've always kind of like raised an eyebrow at 0 sum, but that was really sweet.
It paid off.
You need to get like a special coin for your 0 sum. You need to get like a cool coin for that.
Hell yeah.
Order like some cool token or something.
Well, I'm kind of annoyed by this sentry drone, so I think I'm gonna take a step towards it if I can and swing at it with my hammer.
There's not gonna be enough room there. The guy number 3 is blocking your way, and then next to you in that other space is the generator for the light that's there.
Ooh, I need that. I don't have dark vision.
So there's not enough space for you to squeeze by through there, especially being a big kind of broad-shouldered Krogan.
Let's see here.
I can zoom in.
Oh, this is what I'm gonna do.
Let me zoom
Those
in a little
guys
bit
are
more.
those guys are kind of in a row there, aren't they?
Yeah, the engineer, the drone, and the other guy.
It sucks to suck, suckers. I'm gonna turn towards them, and actually, if I can, I want to get all 4 of those dudes, and I'm going to do a shockwave.
Who's the fourth one?
The 4th one would be number 1 down there.
How wide is the shockwave again?
Create a cascading shockwave in a 2-meter wide by 10-meter long line originating from you.
So you would have to move if you wanted to hit all 3 of those guys, but you can do it, and you would be able to just move into the spot where the dead guy is without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Oh, please, just let me like stomp into his bloody body.
Yeah, I mean, as you walk over, as you go over to line up your attack, you stomp down on him, and your foot you feel the armor in his ribs buckle a little bit. I mean, part of it is he's already like half mush anyways from being crushed by a hammer that weighs probably as much as he does. But, just for a little bit of emphasis, you go over there and kind of line up and and get ready to unleash it. So you won't be able to hit 1 there because it's 2 meters wide, and each of those hexes is about 2 meters wide.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you can hit for sure 3, the drone, and the engineer.
All right. Emanating from my hands as I send it forward is a weird distortion of space-time that comes out and goes whoop, 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 whoop. And each one of them must survive a dex saving throw.
What's the number?
Just says dexterity saving throw.
Well, it'll be based on your spell casting. It'll be like your spell save DC is the number. It's the same as
12.
As D&D. 12. Okay. So let's see here. Now I gotta get my bookmarks open again. All right. So that is the trooper.
So then it's on a failed save. They're
Dex.
knocked prone.
You said Dex 12.
Dex 12.
Okay, so 3 saves. The drone, I don't know if you can knock a drone prone, but you can definitely do damage to it. The drone is going to pass. It rolled a natural 18. I don't even need to add the modifier. And then the engineer, I think, is also going to pass.
Damn it.
Let me check. Dex, yeah, he just saves. So they all save, but they will take damage.
So they take 3d6 halved.
So that you roll your damage. Roll your damage, man.
I am.
3d6 halved. Yeah, so this kind of like pulse, this rippling pulse that moves in a straight line forward, kind of creating these, as you said, a distorted field of space-time with kind of a blue, purple kind of coloration to it. Strikes the first guy, the second one hits the drone, and the third one plows right into the engineer in the back there. None of them are knocked over, but the 2 humanoids are staggered. The engineer is actually a Solarian, I should have specified. So they, the 2 of them are both staggered. The drone kind of like rattles in place. It's hovering, so you wouldn't have been able to knock it prone anyways. But
does 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, trooper.
12 halved is 6.
Okay, right. So trooper. Okay, and then the trooper is going to take, the engineer is going to take it with his shields. So his shields are still holding, but you hit him with a pretty good punch there. And based on kind of the quality of the rest of the equipment here, it probably won't step for too much longer. Anything else for you, Tork? Bonus action or anything?
I think I'm good. I just have to expend my spell slot.
Okay. Next up is the Ymir mech, and because this could be fun, before you go with yours, or I'll go for both of them just to make this easy. Since I don't, it'll take time to send you the stat block. Unless did Alpha send you the stat block that I sent him?
He did not send me
Okay,
the
that's okay.
stat block, but
That is
yeah.
okay. All right, so the Ymir, he's like industrial Ymir mechs again. Instead of, for those of you who are longtime Mass Effect fans, instead of the black and white and red coloration, these are black and yellow primarily. Kind of fitting in with the sort of construction theme, LMD theme. And so you got the one there in the middle that you guys are controlling, but from out around the corner, kind of where the engineer was, comes another one. These things don't have guns; they've just got like, power like claws and welding torches. But you see another mech emerge, kind of ground stomping as you can hear the kind of metal plates rattling and clanking against each other. It does not have a gun, so it's going to use its dash action, I guess. So it's just going to move up a little bit more there. I believe they only move like 6 meters or something. Very slowly. Yeah, 6 meters. So that's going to put him there. It's a total of 12 from where he was around the corner to where he is there. That's his turn. The other one, I guess you guys can since Ryan's not here and he kind of had a plan in mind, I think you guys can discuss what you'd like to do with this guy since he's on your side.
The mech?
Yes, the one that you guys have. He doesn't have any guns. His armaments are close range.
And he's carrying like a big sheet of.
Yep, and one of his claws is a big plate of metal.
So he
one of the
basically
big wall
has
panels.
I would say just make him get in the way.
Yeah, of the other one.
At the very
mech
least, get in the
fight.
way of the other. Yes.
Let them fight.
Yeah, Transformer battle. Yeah.
Round 1.
All right. So with that in mind, he'll dash over there. I mean, as much as a mech like this can dash. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. We'll say we'll get him like kind of in there. The combat drone will just go around over there, so there's a little more. They're not laying on top of each other.
He stepped on it and killed it.
It's a flying. It's weird because drones are like they're solid, but they're not solid. So like, I mean, he could walk through it, I suppose. But it's like a little flying orb. So it's not, he wouldn't be able to step on it, but I think he could kind of just like push past it because he's so big and it's so tiny. So that's where he's at. I think that's all that they can do. They just have the guns or like the claw and the hand torch. And for the record, so you guys know, the range on the torch is 6 meters up to 3 targets. So it's like a small cone. It's like a little flamethrower kind of a thing. So with that, it is the troopers' turns. So we'll start with the one that you're dealing with, McGowan. We'll warp the camera over here so we can see McGowan. You being out of sight, and seeing that you killed all 3 of those guys, he's going to move kind of, let's see, what is he going to do? This is interesting because he's not feeling very good about his odds at the moment, just based on where everybody's positioned. So he's actually going to try and break cover. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 meters. And McGowan, you'd be able to see this. You see him kind of running towards the cave mouth. Oops, let me get the sparkles on there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's his movement and his action. He doesn't have any bonus action, so that's the end of his turn. Coming down here where the rest of these guys are. All right, so the 3 that you've got distracted, let's just go in numerical order for simplicity's sake. All right, so 3, the trooper that's right next to you, Tork. He is going to fire his weapon at you, even though you're so close. He's gonna fire his weapon at you. will be at disadvantage because he is in your melee range.
And
So-
double disadvantage because he's got poop in his pants.
There's no such thing as double disadvantage. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that.
Come on!
All right, so the first one is a 13, and the second is a 6. So they both miss, regardless. So again, you're so close, and he has so much poop in his pants that he kind of fires in reactionary as he's stumbling after your shockwave. It's mostly just him squeezing the trigger. He's not really aiming at all.
Squeezing the cheeks.
It's a reaction. It's an instinctual firing of the gun. It's not aimed at all.
Oh my God.
Next up, so we got 5 there. He's gonna go, oh shit, and kind of hop over the cover and get back behind there with his buddies. And then he's gonna fire at you again with the Vindicator. Same weapon. That is going to be a 17. Tork.
That wins.
That will hit. Okay, so you are now primed with lightning damage again.
Damn it.
So let me get that.
I'm going to use a barrier tick once you tell me the damage.
Sure. Let me roll that for you. So the damage is going to be. It's just going to be 4 piercing damage. It'll really low damage roll. All right, so he fires his.
Oh my God, I absorbed 6 of that 4 damage.
He leaps over the construction materials there, kind of turns around and fires, hits your barrier, mostly just kind of like pings off of it. Pretty harmless. You do kind of feel kind of a little bit of like, it's almost like when you get in a small like static shock, you kind of feel a little bit of that tingle kind of like coursing through your barrier and coursing through your armor from being primed. But yeah, you completely negated the damage. And then it's the other 2 guys. So they're going to do the same thing, although 6 is actually incapacitated, and I believe that's until the end of Alpha's turn. Let me check the Cryoblast spell. Until the start of your next turn. So he actually technically would have been unfrozen at the beginning of the session. So he is. If I can. Nope, those things are locked onto him. All right, fine. I'm doing our way then, I guess. All right, so he's actually fine. He kind of shakes off the cryoblast. There is some still kind of like frost lingering on his armor, but he opens fire at you as well, Tork, since you're right there. And they still. I don't think it's not enough time has passed for them to pick up on the mech. The mech is behaving weird because it was just moving towards you until just now. I think this is going to hit. So let's see. This is the trooper. Yeah, it's a 17. Does that hits again?
Yeah.
Okay, 17 for the first guy, and 14 for the second guy. So the second one will miss, but the first guy is going to roll. That's better. That's 11 points of piercing damage from that guy, from number 6.
Oh my God, my health took damage.
And then 6 is going to just move a couple meters down to kind of spread out a little bit. That's the end of those guys. Now it's the 3 around the corner for you. So Reya, they now know, they are well aware of the fact that your decoy is a decoy. So they're both, you kind of from your position there, kind of back to the wall around the corner where you're out trying to stay out of sight. You hear the guy that you marked at the end of in the combat last time go, "It's just a copy. She went around the corner, look for her." And so you can kind of hear their crunch, 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 kind of boots crunching through the snow. And they are moving sort of cautiously. They don't have a good beat on you, so they're not just going to double dash around the corner. They are going to kind of move with some they're going to move forward slowly and deliberately. They don't want to be caught off guard. We just played a couple of tricks on them, and they're wary. So that's going to be the end of the trooper's turn. Sorry, there's a lot of those guys. It is now the officer. The officer, the Turian, kind of in his black armor with a kind of a yellow shoulder cape on his left arm. The other thing that's messing me up is they just did a big update to the ME5E website, and so things are organized a little bit differently now.
Yeah, my
So
sheet's all has like
I'm
weird.
trying to remember where all this stuff is. No, that's not the right one. It is this guy. Okay, great. All right, so he is going to fire his shotgun at you, Tork. Just looks like a standard shotgun, pretty common.
Who is? Which one?
The Turian, number one, the guy who's bleeding. It doesn't have to take bleeding damage at the start of his turn because of your rifle, or is it the start of your turn, Reya, from the Kishak, because you shot him with a harpoon last time.
I believe it's the start of their turn.
Okay, actually, I have the weapon here, so I can just look it up.
Because I had to refill in all my info about my weapons because it deleted it
Kishak,
for some reason.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm sure it's because of the update.
The start of their turn due to blah,
start
blah.
of their turn. So roll that additional 3d6 damage for that, please.
So 10.
10 points of damage. Okay.
Well, yeah.
10 points of damage. Great. Yeah. So he kind of holding. There's the rounds that you fire out of that thing. They're pretty big, and there's even a bit of it like protruding from him a little bit. It's not like a big crossbow bolt, but it's like a 3-4 inch long shard of like tungsten.
Yeah, I imagine
barbed shard
like
of tungsten,
and then just kind of diver's knife like explodes out. Like,
yep, that's exactly what happens. And so he's kind of clutching that spot. You can see his like dark blue purple like Turian blood kind of flowing out of the wound. But he's kind of grits his teeth, raises a shotgun and fires at you, Tork. And how much damage? I'm sorry, you said you did 10 points of damage just now with that roll, Reya?
yes.
Okay. So he's going to fire shotgun at you, Tork. The scimitar. That's an actual 20. So you are going to automatically take 8 points of piercing damage, plus another 5 points of piercing damage.
13 total.
So total of 13 piercing damage. So he grits his teeth. He kind of looks over his shoulder to see where he got shot from. He just sees his guys chasing after it. He sees you looks back at you, Tork, and you can kind of hear him from under his helmet. Blasted beast! And he lifts up his shotgun and fires this round. And with your barrier down, you feel the kind of the shrapnel like kind of tungsten buckshot like shred through the gaps in your armor. And even though you're this big tough Krogan, it's a big just solid dead on hit. And after a few enemies kind of just bullets and things whizzing by you seemingly to almost no effect, this is a kind of a shock as you get hit with the full force of this blast. I think that's the end of his. I think that's the end of his turn. You're already primed with lightning damage, so you can't be primed again.
Oh no! Does that mean?
Oh no, you can.
It
you
doesn't
can be
detonate
primed.
though.
It does not. This will detonate actually. Yes. Oh no, it's not it's not a detonator. So never mind. It doesn't actually. Sorry.
Aha.
It's not a detonator. That actually means too that before, when you took the prime damage, you wouldn't have taken any of that damage. So take those hit points back, I guess, since that was my bad.
Well, shit. It was just like
your barrier still would have dropped though. Like it's with all the cumulative damage you've taken this turn, your barrier would have dropped. So that would have, but you would have taken
like 4.
Yeah, it was a really low roll. I have prime pull up, so it would be a 3d4. Yeah, so it would have been So we'll say like give yourself back like 6 hit points. Just
You got it, DM.
Yeah, because that was my bad, and I forgot how much damage you rolled. And if I'm catching it now, I want to be honest about it. So you are primed twice, but all that does is extend it. So if you got hit by a detonator right now, you wouldn't get. I don't think you'd get like 2 lightning detonates. It would it go instead of going to the end of like 6's turn, it goes to the end of 1's turn. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Okay, but that's it.
Yeah.
McGowan, it's your turn. Finally. Sorry, we're kind of working out the kinks here. We're getting back in the groove of things.
No, and I haven't had any time to plan because I haven't been able to see what was going on up here. So forgive me.
Yeah, there's nothing going on up by you anymore. The only guy that's not true. There's not nothing, but the only guy that is still within like your line of sight is the guy that's running towards the cave mouth. Everybody else is it seems like everyone else is down at the fight. I would say because of all the light sources around here, you'd be able to see Omega kind of chilling.
Yeah.
There behind the construction. That's
Omega last turn.
Yeah, that's familiars for you. But when Ryan gets here, he'll take care of it. He'll be on his game.
Yeah. I want to move. Can you move the map down a little bit?
Yeah.
That way.
Yep. Just zooming in a little bit more. So I would say that's what you would be able to see. Actually, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good visual, except for the mech that's way to the far left.
And am I in the L shape, or am I around the corner here?
You're around the corner.
Okay.
You're here. This is you.
Yes.
This is Omega. This guy up here.
So you could come down towards.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm probably gonna run away and try and get my shields back soon.
Well, I don't know that. So,
Fair enough.
Limping because I've taken a bunch of damage and my shields have done me no good. I'm going to dash to those crates.
Okay, so 20 meters, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20.
I don't suppose.
What did you want to do?
I was going to see if I could go like just around
the other side here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the. Yeah, you could do that instead. Yeah, I'll put you about there.
Okay. And then I don't have any gel, so.
Okay, for the record, now the stream is seeing the correct orientation of the map. It was wrong that whole time.
Nice. I'm going to. Can I bonus action reload or?
Would have been your bonus action or your action to dash. Yeah, so I would say yes. You could bonus action reload.
Okay.
I'm gonna if you have any charges left in your thermal clip, though, you don't get to keep the thermal clip. It's just gone.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not a video game where
those bullets don't miraculously appear somewhere else.
Yeah, you don't have an infinitely like an automatically refilling clip.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I have a bunch of thermal clips.
Okay, yep, just so you're aware.
Yep. And that will be McGowan's turn.
Okay, great. Reya, you're up. So you just kind of heard those guys shouting. You can hear Tork smashing things and stuff around the building. I think your line of sight to McGowan would have been blocked by the crates there.
I make a lot of noise when I move, though, so,
Yeah, but you're moving from far away. You didn't get close to her until, like, the end of your movement. And there's a lot of other louder sounds.
You don't think I would have even heard him, or
there's other louder
Okay.
noises going on with gunfire and biotic powers and stuff going off. You wouldn't just heard one guy running through the snow.
So, in my movement here, these rocks that are, or like this terrain that's kind of around the building, is that more of like a melting snow thing, or is it like
it's where it looks like people walk there a lot. So like there's just the snow has been kind of trampled into the mud, and it's snow and mud and grass.
Okay, so I can walk over it fine.
Yes, yeah. It's just a texture.
2 versus 10. This might be iffy. So I can move 10, and I'm trying to see if I could get up kind of in the middle and like a hexagon. Is it a hexagon?
Yes.
Yeah. One hexagon forward of this L shape so that I can try and snipe the one right behind Tork over here.
Number 3.
Because I have a range of 240.
If you go here, I would say you would have line of
Yes.
sight. And that would be
Okay,
your
yeah.
full movement. Yeah, that's your full movement, but
Yes.
that would give you line of sight on number 3 there. Because the generator there is only like waist high, so it was enough to block your moving through it, Torque, but it's not enough to block your shot. And he's not actively using it as cover, so you have a clear shot, it looks like, from where you are.
Well, and what I'm hoping is that this would be a really cool like movie montage moment where Torque just stepped into this dude, did some damage. Oh my gosh, here we come. I'm gonna shoot this guy from behind him.
Do it. Yes, do
Epic.
it. Yeah, so
Turns around and I'm just like blowing off the gun. Okay.
You run up there as you get in
If it
position,
works.
you kind of see the guy staggering a little bit from Torque's shockwave. And then you see his gun just like fire wildly as he just absolutely missed. Well, not even miss. Again, it was just a reactionary shot. So you get up there as that was happening.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Wait. 17.
17, that's for sure a hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh hell yeah. Okay. So 9. So 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Yeah. So as you run up there, get into position, you kind of like just smooth as silk, like kind of slide into position, get your gun like sighted, and you fire off just as he's like firing the gun off. And as he's kind of like finally regaining his balance, all of a sudden, tungsten around through the side of the dome and out the other side, and he just stops dead and just falls over.
He just falls like out of the line of sight so that now Torque sees that I've shown up. It's like, oh yeah, here we are.
Yeah, and he is very much dead.
Ah!
Hit him with the brat.
Yeah, so he is super dead. So Torque, you kind of like you fire off your shockwave and you see that stuff and you're kind of getting ready to start pulling back. The guy immediately in front of you whose shot just sailed totally wide as he just like pulled the trigger as he stumbled around. All of a sudden, just bullet through the side of the head and he just crumples to the ground.
Dead.
All right. Anything else for you, Reya? Any bonus actions or anything?
I might put my.
So something what your mark thing, something that I was reading about, it's concentration.
Okay, yeah.
You can only have it on one person at a time. So it would drop.
Okay.
It would drop on number 8, the guy you currently have it on. If you wanted to try and put it on someone else, which you can do. I just want to let you know that because I did some looking into it because I was like, that seems a bit powerful. And yeah, it's concentration.
I do want to switch it then.
Yes,
for my bonus action.
We can absolutely do that.
I want to switch it to the droney thing behind Torque, or where all that action went.
Yep. We can definitely do that. Yep. It's like a hunter's mark, basically. So easy enough.
Yeah, she's got a couple spells that are very reminiscent of like a bard or a druid.
Yeah. Well, with like your background and stuff you picked, and like with the classes in Mass Effect, it's not like a clear cut, like 1-for-1.
No, it's fun.
D&D. Yeah, it's great. I love all the like weird variety and little things you can do to kind of like mix it up. All right, back to the top of the round. It is Alpha and Omega's turn.
Okay, so
I presume you want Alpha just to finish running up and getting behind the cover there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that would be like 4 meters of his movement to get there.
And then Alpha is going to use a. So I'm not exactly sure how these combat drone things work. Like his spells.
Yeah, it's a little it's confusing, but it's not confusing. It's complicated. Basically, he can, if I remember correctly, let me pull up the class thing. Certain spells he can cast through his drone because he is the drone jockey.
Yeah.
So those are the. Let's see.
So he sent me the character sheets that he has for Alpha and Omega.
Yep.
The stuff Omega can do is on Omega's sheet. So I'm assuming the stuff that's on Alpha's sheet is stuff that can be done without Omega.
Yeah, I would think so. I haven't actually seen his physical character sheet, so I don't know how it's organized, but that would make sense.
Okay. So that means I could have like a hard light drone as well as the.
Yes, yeah. This is a different thing than like the combat drone or whatever. This is like his it's like his familiar.
Yeah. Okay. So
whereas
then Alpha is going to use the disruption drone ability. So using it one tech point.
Okay.
It can move. Sorry, 16 meters.
So where is it coming down? What's the range on the drop?
Does not say.
Okay, we'll say.
So I'm assuming it starts adjacent to Alpha.
Yeah, I'll just put it right there.
It's going to move, about 16 meters or 10 meters, let's say, towards that. Those three people clustered. Yeah, those guys. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. By the wall. I'm bouncing back and forth between screens in my brain.
Sorry, it's okay. By the construction materials there.
Yes.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
That's good right there.
Yeah,
that's good, right? That's perfect right there.
Right there.
Yep. One back actually. Yes. And then is going to actually, can we go the whole distance, get right up on them and then explode?
Yeah. So yeah, right there. He would have the movement to get there if you jot it down instead of across. Okay.
So they have to make a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
What ability are you using?
Disruption.
Disruption. Okay. Which so the first guy rolled it's a natural 16.
So yeah, that's a success.
And then the second guy is a natural 1. So number 7 rolled a natural 1.
Oh, critical fail.
Okay.
Sucks to suck.
So that's 2d12 thunder damage.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
he's just basically just unleashing a massive bolt of energy. Just okay.
Yeah. Woof. And then after this, it goes away.
Yeah. So it's sort of a sacrificial attack. Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
So 17 is what I rolled, and I'm trying to figure out what gets added.
It would be his spell attack modifier. So for him, I think it's his intelligence.
Oh. Okay, so then that's 21 points of damage.
Yeah, that guy, he's just like disintegrated. The other guy manages to duck down behind the.
He takes half damage too.
He takes half damage, yeah. So he ducks down and kind of gets behind the cover there. So he takes 11.
Yeah.
Well, they're both disintegrated.
I think
actually no, they have some shields up. So
no, you can't say that now.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, it would have been enough if they just had straight hit points, but they've got shields. So
you said disintegrated.
I know I did, and that's my fault.
Actually, you didn't, because I said a word that is not real just now.
You definitely said.
All right, so let's see, 5 and 7 here.
Disintegrated.
So you said 21 points of damage.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, so for number 5, that's halved to 11. So his shields are gone, and then he takes an additional 6 points. All right, so he's got a little bit. So his shields are gone. You see the shield, which are not visible unless they are being triggered by like projectiles. You see both of their shields like appear covering their whole body and then instantaneously just shatter. So both of them, their shields are just absolutely destroyed. Yeah, Trooper number 5 there, he got down behind the cover and manages to avoid the worst of it. But Trooper number 7, so let's see, 21.
Disintegrated?
No, he's not dead, but he's probably close. Like I'm trying to do some math. Stop interrupting me. I'm not good at math. You know this. All right, so okay, yeah. So
What's math?
his, it's also enough to take down his tech armor. Sorry, I forgot what it's called. So his other barrier, the kind of again the orange hard light kind of construct that's protecting mostly just his chest and his shoulders, that also disintegrates again into those little like sort of hexagonal particles. And he's still fighting, but all of his defenses are down, and he definitely, you can see like kind of the armor is smoking a bit from where the blast kind of vaporized all of his defenses. Oh, I just deleted that. I didn't want to do that. That's okay. All right. I meant to just make it invisible, just in case we need it again for something. Okay. I think that's the end of Alpha and Omega. What's Omega going to do? What's Omega going to do? Yes.
Omega is going to scamper down.
He's got the 16.
Scampa.
Towards the warehousey building or whatever.
Scampy.
Okay, that's 8 meters.
And then 8 more forward.
Okay.
He has incinerate.
He would only be able to see as far as enemies.
Yeah.
He would only be able to see the drone and number 6.
Incinerate.
I think incinerate has the range, but
yeah,
just so you know, yeah, definitely. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, you can hit both of them easy.
Let's go for number 6.
All right. So his mouth, much like Alpha's, is slightly smaller. Dog Varen opens its mouth, and another incinerate just kind of belches forth this smoldering kind of amorphous blob of plasma, just shoots forward. It's an attack roll.
Okay.
Ranged attack, just a straight regular ranged attack roll for incinerate.
Ooh, that's going to be a natural 19.
Natural 19 will definitely hit.
Okay, so then that is 2d10, and he ignites.
Oh, so he's primed for fire damage. Or is he on fire?
I think he's on fire.
I have incinerate bookmarked here, so let me just look real quick.
It says ignites, not primed. I think it primes fire.
Oh, sure. It's primed fire until the end of your turn. A flammable object hit by this power ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. So that doesn't apply to him. It's just the priming that does apply.
Totally forgot what it was. 2d10. These spells are so strong.
Yeah, dude, the tech powers are pretty OP in Mass Effect.
That is 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Again, you see the shields shatter. His tech armor does still stay up, but it is, you can kind of see it like these like honeycomb hexagonal kind of sections of it are sort of like flickering in and out. It looks like it took a pretty big hit from that. And he is also on fire, but it's not doing damage. It's just sort of like kind of lingering on his armor there, kind of primed and ready for a detonate. So let me get that on him there. All right, cool. Anything else for Alpha and Omega?
I don't believe so.
Great. Engineers are up. So, homie here with the drone. So let's say the engineers and their drones. Guy you hit with the shockwave Tork, he's gonna stagger back a couple meters and kind of get next to the commander. Like, sorry, sir. Sorry. Clearly, and he's going to shoot and incinerate at you, kind of raising up his Omni tool and firing off another one of these. Another miss. It's a 9. So he's like, oh, he's still. It's almost like, and with the quick glance that you got inside the door there, Tork, you could tell that it wasn't like an outhouse, but it's like you caught him with his pants down. Like, this guy's kind of flustered. He's getting his bearings. It's not going well for him. And he just it fires off another incinerate, just sails wide. Already summoned his, he doesn't have any bonus actions yet, so that's the end of his turn. His drone is going to shift position, kind of, and try and hit you again with the shock attack. It's a 10, misses. The bolt kind of shoots off at kind of an askew angle, harmlessly. Second drone from where it is currently is going to do the same thing.
Oh my god! Except for
another miss,
dude.
Except
for that one shot on crit.
Everything has been under a 10.
Tork is just
no
sitting
joke.
in the middle of everyone, like, try and hit me.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This guy's gonna run up and get behind the cover there, and he's gonna shoot an incinerate at you. God, dude, another. It was a 14, and then it was a 6. Another miss. It's a 10. Yeah, for Tork, even though you're this big, massive target, the whatever gods your people worship are watching over you, because everything is just flying by. Some of it's getting like really close, but it's not hitting. And except for that shotgun blast, which was pretty bad, everything has just been missing you. You're untouchable in this storm of projectiles.
It was a firefight.
That's the end of their turn. It's you, my friend.
Did I?
Sorry,
the shotgun blast was technically in between my last turn and this turn, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was between rounds. I'm just gonna put you over here so it's a little easier to move you.
No, that screws up my plan.
No, you're in that spot, but it's just so that I don't have
okay.
when I click on you, I don't have to like micromanage all my little cookies. I suppose I could just lock those two.
Well, this is kind of funny because my charge attack has more range than I can run, so I'm going to charge back away towards which one is that? Is that Alpha or Omega, the one next to the wall there?
The wall or the crate?
The wall.
That would be Omega, and I don't think you can see him from where he is.
Oh, well, in any case, I'm just going to charge 14 meters in that direction.
Does your charge have any? Do you have to be like attacking with it or anything, or can you just use it to move like that?
Oh yeah, good question. In the game, you can use it to just move.
Yes, but
it says I can use it. I can choose a creature or an object
to charge towards. Yeah, so you have to pick something to charge at.
I choose that little piece of snow on the ground where I want to charge to.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
It has to be something big enough that you could target and do damage to.
I tried.
Yeah. Well. No.
I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna dash as fast as I can.
Okay.
Up. No. Towards the building to my right.
Okay. The drone will get an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh.
Since you're moving inside of its moving in and out of its melee range.
That's not okay. I don't want to do that. Sorry, I thought that was the death insignia for some stupid reason.
That is the target mark from.
Never mind. I'm going to give it a little bit of a wide berth, but I'm going to go up towards Alpha then instead.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 meters will get you there.
And then I'll run the rest of my movement to get actually just as far up as I can. I can't. Can you show me what's up?
Oh yeah, the screen is cutting off there. Yeah, 1 second. Just it's that is kind of what you'd be able to see.
Can I get up around that corner at least?
Okay, so let's see. You would have been here. No, you were here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We'll put you like on the corner.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. It is the mech's turns. So the engineer, you hear him kind of shouting into his helmet radio. Operative assigned to Mech 1. What are you doing? Get this thing in there. It's blocking my way.
Yes.
And he's gonna, let's see. What is he gonna, because he doesn't know that mech is an enemy. That mech is just gonna stay there. Because he doesn't know this other mech's an enemy yet. And he doesn't want to block the path and make things into a clusterfuck. So mech's just going to idle there this round. It's your guy's mech, I presume.
I have so he has like a torch, right?
He does have a torch. It has a really short range, though. It is a range of 6 meters.
So does it have to be a detonator to detonate something?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then. My idea's done. Don't go with my idea.
Well, so do you want to continue to have it move forward, or do you want to use one of its other? Well, it's got a shield in its claw arm, so do you want to just have it keep pressing forward?
I think that makes a fair amount of sense if everyone else agrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
2, 4, 6. It is now in melee range with the other mech.
Fucking whack him.
With the shield in its hand, the attack, I would say, it won't do as much damage as the loader arm, but you could still like give
Does
a
it
good old
have
swing.
a self-destruct?
Not that you have had time to discern yet, and now it is, and you don't know any of this Tork.
That's just my question.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess from Alpha's perspective, he has not had time to dig into any of that stuff yet, so he wouldn't know. He just got it started up, and then the fight kind of started happening. So,
so one mechanical, like game mechanic question:
yes,
does the shield increase its armor class?
The shield does increase its armor class.
Cool.
By 2, I think is what we decided last time.
Nice. I just didn't remember that.
That's okay.
Does anyone have any oppositions to it just wailing on the other guy with its loader arm?
I can't have that much input because I'm not controlling it, but the only other thing is that if it played dumb and just stood in its way, we might distract it for longer. But
that's true. That's true.
But I don't know. That's a gamble. You might just want to start doing damage as early as possible.
I mean, we are outnumbered quite heavily, and there's a mech.
It is gonna. If they're fighting, then I guess you want to do first damage.
And also, like, it's not our mech, so if it dies, it dies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So.
All right. So, are you gonna drop the shield, or are you gonna hit it with the metal plate? just because that will affect how much damage you're able to deal with the attack, I would say.
Throw it at him. Throw it
yeah.
at him so you can use the flamethrower next turn.
If we keep the shield, it's harder to kill.
I mean, the thing is, you can still use the flamethrower. It's not like you can't use the flamethrower because it's used. It's got two arms. One arm, the right arm, is holding the big metal plate, and then the left arm is the blowtorch. The high yield blowtorch is what it's called technically.
Blowtorch.
Okay, blowtorch it is. I'll roll for this, or rather, actually, why don't one of you guys roll for it, and I'll tell you what you get. You have a +7 for it's a ranged weapon attack. So
18 plus 7. So.
18 plus 7, and I'm going to say this one isn't at disadvantage because it's a fucking flamethrower. So
yeah,
meh. Yeah. So you said you got a 17.
Or 18 plus 7.
18 plus 7. That is definitely a hit.
Okay, so what's my damage roll here?
Your damage is 3d10 plus 6 fire damage. So yeah, your mech just kind of stomps over there, has this big metal plate up in front of it. The guy
is 20 points of damage.
The guy is shouting into his headset, and all of a sudden your mech raises up the blowtorch, which starts to just glow red. This gout of just like orange, red, and yellow flame just spews forth as it's ignited by this little spark that's kind of on this underslung kind of delivery system underneath where the actual nozzle is on the blowtorch. And how much damage did you say you did?
20.
20 points of damage?
Yes.
This, I'm also going to say, because of the speed, bypasses a barrier. Because the kinetic barriers only operate at, they're designed to stop things that move quickly, like bullets.
And that is what we decided last time, and I remember
Yes.
that because I was set on fire and took a bunch of damage.
Yeah,
because
so-
it all went through my shield.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to, because the flamethrower is just a little wonky because it's a ranged weapon technically, but it's not like a projectile weapon. So it's going to bypass the shields. And you did how many points? 20, you said? McGowan? Hello?
Oh, he's dead.
McGowan?
Where did he go?
He just disappeared.
I guess he thought he was done.
Maybe he had to pee. Maybe someone's at the door. You know, it happens. It's all right.
All right, well, I'm going to put down 20 points of damage, then I'll change it when he gets back.
Okay.
Okay. So with that being done, it is the troops' turn. So I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible here. All right, so we've got 3 guys. Let me see. 5, 6, and 7. I think they're going to hold their position. They're not going to go pursuing because they've got good cover there. So let's see, lines of sight. Can 5, I think 5 and 7, I'm going to say can take shots at Alpha, but he'll have full cover, or she'll have 3/4 cover, so he'll have a +5 to his armor class. So 5 and 7 are both shooting their Vindicators, their assault rifles again. That's going to be a miss, and that might actually hit. That is a 21.
Oh no, it's McGowan says that his computer is connected. He'll be back in a second.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. First session back, ironing out all the weird stuff that we forgot about.
No, that happens. I was playing in a co-stream the other day where my whole computer just like shut down. I was like, oh, cool. Like,
Yeah. I've got a lot of stuff running over here. I hope it doesn't crash.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so right. Yep. So
you probably Or do you know when Alpha's getting in?
He sent me a message.
He said like 20 or 30 minutes, like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. So I don't know. He said 15 minutes. Like, why can't I get my clock? He said 15 minutes, like 20 minutes, like a half an hour ago. So
It's all good. Let's just keep playing.
yeah, we'll keep playing. We gotta wait for McGowan though because he's got Alpha's stats and Alpha is getting attacked right now. I'll see. Let's see what else there is to do. Let's see what else there is to do here, so we don't waste time on this. All right. So yeah, so six. Actually, six can see. Six is going to shoot at the guy that just hit him with the frickin' incinerate. So he's going to shoot at that's Omega as well. All right, so I can't do anything on that flank. So I'm going to do the guys that are attacking you, Reya, or they're not attacking but following you.
They think they are.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Kind of running around the corner. I don't think he can still see you there. 2,
No
4,
way.
6, 8, 10. Well, just because like you're just up around that corner, and he's like, it's a tricky thing, but I think you're just out of his line of sight. Like if he was able to move 2 meters further, I think he'd be able to see you.
Yeah.
But because of just you're like right around the corner from where he is, I don't think he can see you. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, none of these guys they're still looking around for you. You can still kind of hear him like, "Where the hell'd she go? She was right here a second ago." Kind of barking from around the corner. They can't really do anything because they can't see you. Can they see McGowan? It doesn't matter because he's still gone. Oh, he's coming back in. I can see him.
I'm on my other computer. I'm loading back in.
Cool.
So
Cool.
I'm just going to take a quick 2 minute. I just need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do a quick refresher, an impromptu bathroom break, just because we
I'm gonna get a beer.
had a snaggo.
Snaggo my
this is
aggo.
the dumbest reason to not be in a.
I'm gonna have a chip.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. I'll be back
good chip.
momentarily.
It's a good chip. Technical difficulties. That's okay. And I did a bunch of reading up on this after the last stream, just because I wanted to get a little more familiar with everybody's powers. But then we didn't have. We skipped a week. So all that reading I did, I don't remember any of it. If anyone wants to know, I'm having Chipotle chips. This episode is not sponsored by Chipotle, but they do have good chips. I'm just here all by myself, hanging out. How's everybody doing? I can't see the Twitch chat, but if you're doing well,
I'm back.
that makes me glad. I hope everyone's having a good time. And that despite all the weird wibbliness of tonight, people are enjoying themselves, I hope.
Are you enjoying yourselves?
This is supposed to be a stream that people are watching, and we are absolutely playing this like a home game.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
I'm gonna go turn the light on real quick.
Yes. I love that you turned your light on, and all it did was make your door a little brighter.
What?
You turned your light on, and all that happened is I can see your door now.
Yeah, well,
it didn't do anything.
yeah, the lighting in this apartment is suboptimal.
It didn't
Most
do
things
anything.
about this
All
apartment.
right, so Ray's gone. I'm not doing anything with her. McGowan and our Alpha, actually Alpha and Omega. I've got some stuff. I've got some business for you.
Okay.
So I got
cool.
two guys that tried to shoot at you. One of them I think hit. What's your armor class?
My armor class. Am I behind cover? Oh my god.
What?
Sorry, my computer's starting up and it's just being a punk.
Oh no.
It just takes a long time to like actually get going. So.
What happened? Did your computer just stop working?
So I went to plug in my laptop because it was running out of battery,
Mm-hmm.
and I bumped the power cord from my computer, and it unplugged it.
Fun.
X.
So it was super cool. My armor class is 18, but I'm assuming I
that'll
have
miss.
cover.
No, yeah, that'll miss for sure. It's a 21. So 21 plus 5, or 17 plus 5, or 22.
Yes, 18 plus.
8, yeah, you're fine. All right, so the next shot is going to go at Omega. So there's the guy that he incinerated.
Okay.
Is fire. That's that might hit.
Armor class is 15.
15. I think it'll miss probably, but let me double check.
It's a 10 shields, so that's cool.
Oh, sorry, he can't do incinerate because he's not an engineer. He's just a trooper. So he's shooting his gun at you, and I think it's a miss. Yeah, this is 13.
Yeah, that's a miss.
So he misses. Everybody misses.
What a great
That.
player.
Oh, then the guy that was running, I have to do his thing, so do him. At that point, too, that you guys hear a few more voices coming from around the corner where Alpha is.
Of course, there are more voices.
And that is the end of the trooper's turn. Not very eventful, but there's not many of them that actually have very good lines of sight on anything at the moment. So, McGowan, speaking of, it is your turn.
So,
So you're over here.
Would you say I have line of sight on the square in the middle of those three gentlemen?
I would say you'd have to pop out of cover to see them.
Okay. I just want to pop out of cover real quick.
Yep.
And then I'm going to target that middle hexagon.
Okay.
And what? Oh my God, I just had this pulled up. Okay. Sorry, my cats are making a bunch of noise. And a 10-meter cube. I'm going to use burst fire with my Typhoon, which has a 60-meter range at its maximum range.
Yep.
But since I don't have to, this is not a weapon attack. They have to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or suffer the weapon's normal damage. So targeting that hexagon, everyone in a 10-meter cube has to make that DC 15.
Wow. Okay, so it's all three of them. So we'll start in a numerical order. So 8, it's got to have he has a 16. 9 got a natural 20. I'm rolling really good on these saves, but not on
this
these
is really annoying.
And the other guy got a 19. So that's,
cool.
that's a
So
dirty 20.
It doesn't say anything about them taking half damage.
From then it just misses.
Cool. That was really awesome. I
It's,
really needed.
It's like a spray and pray kind of a thing.
Really needed that to work.
So you leap out, just spray a bunch of bullets around, and these guys all whoa, kind of duck down. They weren't paying attention to you. You could, when you kind of popped out, you saw that they were looking kind of up the back of the wall there.
Yeah.
You don't know what they were looking for, but they were not looking at you. And all of a sudden, now they just like turn as you take a few shots at them.
So you pull the Cyril, suppressing fire.
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Alpha Omega's here. Woo-hoo.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's
I finally know it worked.
Life happens. Life is a thing. We've all been like just stumbling through this, trying to remember how to play.
I'm just a kid.
So it's fine.
We need you back.
It's fine. It's fine.
Give us structure.
This is fine.
Oh no,
Right.
I did. No, wait. So we should highlight a little bit because I did snipe somebody pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, we'll
That was good. That was a cool thing that happened.
Yeah, it was pretty badass.
You're down one
just
attack
all right.
point.
So
Okay.
McGowan, do more of that, less of the other thing.
No, that sucked. That was dumb and bad. Because I'm not in a good way.
Anything
And,
else you want to pop back behind the cover there, McGowan?
Yeah, I want to get back behind cover.
Okay.
I've already used my turn. I want to get all the way back behind the cover.
Like around it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Reya, I think, Reya, it's your turn.
Real quick
Oh, is
before
it?
my
Sorry.
turn is over, I just
Yeah,
want to
McGowan?
into my little Omni tool. I want a
Radio.
radio.
Yep.
I could really use some Metagel over here, and yeah, that's my turn.
Oh, okay.
He
Brian,
says it
I
all,
sent a
all,
link to
all
the Discord so
calmly,
you can
like,
see the map.
Well, you know,
like I could use some Metagel, guys. No big deal.
just
I'm not
very
almost-
serious. Not panicking, just very serious and focused.
Okay. I'm gonna ask like a weird DM question.
Do it.
It's not that bad. So I can only move 10, which means I can't get to him. Right? Unless I just doubled, unless I used my action and doubled my
I would
movement.
say 2, 4, 6, 8. You could 2, 4, 6, 8. You could like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to get. You wouldn't be able to get there.
Oh, shit. Wait, no. This might work. Hold on. How far? Up to your spellcasting ability score. +6.
Where are you trying to get to?
Well,
Me-
I have
me.
so I have a cantrip of biotic jump. And so I was trying to see if that would just get me farther. It doesn't super matter. I just wanted to be able to take a shot as well. But that's what I'm gonna do because I have a few Metagels. So I want to get over to McGowan and try and help heal him up.
Okay, so you want to dash?
Yeah.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 puts you there. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, 10 would put you like right next to him. Unless you want to do something
can
else.
Well, no, I was just, this is a little silly, but can I roll for like stealth or acrobatics or something so they can't see me?
That would be.
I don't
your
want them
action.
to be able to.
The stealth would be your action, so you could do that or dash, and it also depends on like lines of sight and stuff.
I
you
have a
can always-
tactical cloak though.
What does that do? Is that a bonus action or?
Yes.
Okay. Since if it's a bonus action, then I would say yes. So let me put you back where you
That
were.
makes you just invisible.
Yes.
So you're about there, I think, is where you were at. I can look up some tactical cloak here too.
I'm trying to look it up as well for the specifics because I think it was part of it comes with being like an Asari.
The tactical cloak would have been a class
Or
thing
with
an
something.
infiltrate. It would have been your
It's an
infiltrator
infiltrator
class.
ability.
Okay.
It's like the infiltrator ability because you can just turn invisible.
Yes. It lasts a minute or until you make an attack, which I'm not doing.
Okay, so you activate your Omni tool and there's this kind of this little kind of blinky beeping sound, and you just disappear. So
Hell yeah.
that running across, that gets you. You're using your action to dash, gets you right next to McGowan, but that's the end of your turn.
Does McGowan just can I give him the Metagel?
That's a bonus action. To do Metagel is a bonus action, which you would have done to do your
Okay.
your tactical cloak. But you're right next to him now. So as soon as on your next turn, you can like materialize. And I mean, I would say just so you guys can kind of like just to keep this in mind for future. What I would let you do, Reya, if you wanted to, is because it's a free action to drop your cloak if you wanted to, and like hold out the Metagel. Well, the thing about holding out the Metagel is it's like a charge. You don't really like hand it to them. You use your Omni tool for it. So never mind. I was thinking it was like a potion, but it doesn't work the same way from as like a lore standpoint. It's not like a physical thing. It's like you apply it.
Yeah, and it can't really be like a reaction.
No.
Yeah.
So I would say you'd have to wait till next turn.
Okay.
Because what I was thinking
at
is
least
maybe
we're there and they didn't
maybe
see
you could
me.
like hold it out to him and then on his turn you could take it, but since it's not a physical thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't really work that way. All right. So, anyways, back to the top of the order. It is Alpha and Omega's turn.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like good intentions.
So they came back just in time, huh?
Yep. We're on round. I believe
3?
we're on round 5 now total, since we had I think 2 rounds last time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
That's
take
No, we had more than that
It's either we're probably on round 6. We're on round 6 then.
because I killed 3 people.
Yeah, this is a big combat. Lots of guys.
All right, so take a look at the map. Just make sure that I'm all caught up. Looks like one of us is hidden behind that crater that says, or the crate that says A37, and
Yeah,
the other
that's
one's outside
you.
the building.
Uh-huh.
That's Alpha is up there, and Omega is down at the small
Excellent.
structure.
And then are those two additional, or like those construction droids that are over there? Are they coming towards us?
One of the one that's closest to you is the one that you have control over.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one though is an enemy that is seemingly controlled by this engineer.
Okay.
He's also very confused about what's going on with the attack droid. Oh wait, no, he got attacked.
Yeah, the mech did get attacked. It did attack last turn, so now they are aware that it is hostile.
All right. And so it looks like there are two troopers that are south of Alpha that are dead.
Yes.
And then the ones that are west of that, those ones are currently active.
Yeah, the ones behind the wall are currently active. The guys who are sparkling have their tech armor on. Number 6 has been primed with fire. And then there's those other guys kind of up in the very top left corner there. You can't see those guys yet.
Okay,
But
yeah,
you heard some activity coming from over there. It sounds like there's some people there. You don't know what they're doing or who they are though.
All right. And so then who is the one that's next to the one that's primed with fire?
That's the engineer that is controlling
Okay.
the enemy
So
mech.
soldier, engineer, gotcha.
I didn't put a number on him. Somehow forgot to do that. That's okay.
That is just fine. Just make sure that I understand who's what, so I don't accidentally, shoot
Yeah,
somebody that I shouldn't shoot.
mostly it's for me, so I can keep track of who's got what hit points and stuff.
All right. So what we will do, McGowan, have we used any of my tech points yet for spells?
I used one.
All right. So I have one left.
And I shot your main gun once.
Machine gun? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so you're down 1 heat.
Yeah, remember when you're firing to keep track of your heat, guys. So Reya, you actually have to reload before you can shoot again because your sniper rifle only has 1 heat per.
Yes.
So now, so next turn you have to use a bonus action to either heal McGowan or reload your gun. Just so you know.
Yes.
All right. So what was primed fire? Fire is contract. Okay, so since that one dude is primed fire.
God, he's
Yeah,
so
the engineer.
good. Look at him just come in and tear this battlefield apart.
So let's go ahead and we'll have Alpha will use his overload on the engineer.
Okay.
So that's got a range of 40 meters.
Yep. So you're gonna have to step out there to get line of sight, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Get out
Let's go
there.
down a little bit. I need to grab my dice because I'm a bad person. I'll be right back.
It's okay. It's okay. This is very much the how do we play this game again? Session.
That's very in keeping with the
Because
theme of the evening.
it's so weird because it's so similar to D&D because all the enemies are different and like some of the rolls are a little bit.
Oh, and the tech stuff,
There's a lot of 2 dice,
like the barriers and the
shield.
there's
and
a lot
the
of
barrier
heat.
tanks.
there's
Yeah.
just enough stuff that's different to make it like I forgot. I thought this was going to be less, but
And
And
then,
the thing is too,
The
after
amount of
last-
stuff that I
after-
forget per turn. Oh my god.
after the last session we played, I went back the next day and like made really, really good notes about what was happening because there's a lot of enemies in this fight. So I had to keep track. I made really, really, really good notes about like what was going on with everyone and blah, blah, blah. And then it's just like the game mechanical stuff that I'm forgetting and not the actual like.
Well, it's
Like
this is
what
how the enemies-
happened?
This is how the enemies do stuff.
there's also been a month of life in between.
That's what I mean.
and
Yeah,
then,
it's been a month, so it's just like. Bleh.
I released a whole TV show.
I got into a car accident, bought a new car.
Oh my
I also got a new car, but I didn't get into a car accident.
We're in the middle of a panorama. It's
A panorama, like a panorama.
Yeah. A little
You
big
know.
widespread thing.
The crow.
Oh, as a
We're in the
photographer.
pandemic more.
We're in the Crowvid
A Patricia. In the middle of a Patricia.
And
right.
Krogan 19.
What you got? What you got there, Alpha?
Darn that croissant virus.
What you got?
All
Alpha?
right. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the number generator because my cat's supposed to put my dice somewhere.
DieRoller.com, son. Actually, Google has one built in. You can just Google die roller.
Yeah, I tell people that, and they still like look for one. I'm like, but it's right there. You just save time.
All right. So 1d20, so that's 18 plus to hit. 24 to hit with the overload.
24 to hit. Yeah, even with the +2 to the armor class from being behind cover, that's a hit.
Excellent.
Nice.
So that is they have a chance for a dex save with the DC of 14 for half damage.
That's a failure. That's a 13.
All right. Well, they both get one because it hits up to 3 targets.
Okay, sure. That's 5, so they both fail.
All right. Then it's 3d6 damage.
3d6 damage. Nice. All right.
Let's do this one, and then we'll do 3 6-sided. Go and 15. This is a good dice roller.
15 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see here. Great. Yeah. So, trooper number 6 there. Does he detonate as well because of overload, or is overload just a prime?
Overload is just a prime.
Okay.
Incinerate is a detonate.
Okay, so he's charged. He's primed with electricity and fire now. So when he gets detonated, he is screwed.
Super explode.
When he gets detonated, he is going to be a nice crispy piece of bacon. When
Yes.
Every way you can.
And then that's also my last tech point, so I can't do this anymore.
All right. So he is So he's
shit.
trooper number 6 there. His tech armor drops too from that. So he's shieldless, tech armorless, and it was a big hit. So he's looking pretty rough. I'd say he's pretty bad. He's badly wounded for sure. And then the engineer there. I didn't remember him, so let me see where I wrote. I got it. I forgot to put the number down on the screen here. All right, so you said 15 points of damage.
Correct.
Okay, so you watch as his shield charges with the electricity and then dissipates and shatters, and then he takes some more damage, kind of staggering back as the residual electricity courses over his armor. He's like, just kind of in pain from this jolt of lightning that just went through him. Anything else for you, Alpha?
So
Omega gonna do.
Yeah, so that'll be it for Alpha. I'm assuming I can't move fire and then use the rest of my movement, correct?
You can.
Okay, well then I'll use the rest of my movement to go back into cover.
Yep. So that would have been 2, 4. That would have been 8. Yeah, 8 meters total. So you would have. Yeah, fine.
Okay, and then Omega. Omega's actually not too bad. Omega will scoot back a little bit.
How far?
But then just a couple hexes.
All right. Yeah. So there's 6 meters.
So he's
right there.
Yeah. That should be fine. And then he will go through and he will shoot an overload or vomit out an overload bolt at the engineer. Or actually, no, he'll do it. So the engineer is primed, and then the soldier is still up or the soldier's down.
It's still up. Grapple.
Okay.
Soldier's very badly wounded.
26 1 minute.
And remember, each hex is a 2 meter space.
Yeah, let me double check the range on overload. Class engineer powers. Overload is a instant range 50. Range is not a problem.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, that's overload. Where is incinerate? Incinerate. Okay, so it's still just a single target. Then he will go through and Omega will go through and vomit out his incinerate ball at the soldier that's primed.
Okay.
So primed with fire and primed with lightning.
Yep. So just an attack roll.
Yep. All right.
Wow. Can they really be primed by both?
I think so. I haven't seen anything that says they can't.
Yeah.
Prime.
From the game?
Well, the priming and detonating works a little differently in the game because in the game it's basically only biotic powers that prime and detonate. Others, well, I think tech powers can prime, but only biotic powers detonate. I don't know. It works a little differently.
There's
you can't really think about how it works mechanically in the video game because they play totally different.
fair. Their tech powers can detonate. But there's only a couple of them that do. There's quite a few of them that prime, but yeah, like for example,
whereas
Incinerate's only 3 that do.
Whereas biotics have tons of detonators and not many primes.
All right, so 16 plus 6, so that's 22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, so Incinerate is 2d10. So for incineration damage, 2d10 set of dice. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay.
And then it'll activate the prime. So the prime for fire.
So each creature within a 4-meter radius
takes 1d6 fire damage and catches fire.
Okay, so then it would just be
Awesome.
Homie appears on fire now.
And so we got just 2 for being on fire for this round.
2 points of damage for being on fire. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
So the fire lasts on him for 1 minute.
And
anybody can use it, and any creature can use an action to put out the fire. And then the one that's lightning primed will suffer 3d4.
3d4 damage. They're both lightning primed, so they'll both take 3d4.
Well, I only hit one of them though. So
right. It only.
Incinerate's only a single target, so it wouldn't detonate both of them.
Okay.
So the soldier will take 7 points of lightning damage from the lightning prime.
Okay, so the soldier, he is burned, shocked, and it wouldn't be too much of a stretch of the imagination that he's been melted inside of his suit of armor because he's super dead. After all of that,
those organics and their cookable insides.
And the engineer takes how much damage too?
The engineer is on fire. Oh, the engineer took damage from the lightning, and then is on fire. So that's just 1d6. And the engineer takes 3 for being on fire.
Okay. That's all I needed to know. Anything else?
Past that, where's the Discord? How far back? Can you zoom the map out just a little bit? Yeah, that's gonna only be 2 hexes back. Let's go ahead and we'll leave Alpha and Omega where they are.
Okay. So it is the engineer's turn in their drones. So you've fallen back to Tork. The drone, the initial drone that was harassing you, is actually going to let's see. He can't. The drone. It's going to go for the nearest target. So 2, 4. It probably doesn't actually have to move at all. Actually, with the lightning attack. This other guy is going to move up to get into line of sight, and they're both going to use their shock attack on you, Alpha. So.
All right, so they're shooting at Alpha, not Omega, correct?
Yep, shooting at Alpha. Yep, 830 behind the yellow box.
All right.
So the first one's an 18. Second one is a 22.
I had an AC of 16, so they both hit.
Those will both hit. So you're going to take 8 brain fart, 12 points of lightning damage total. You are not primed, but you do take lightning damage from both of those guys.
All right, so I've got 5 points of shields that'll take away from that. All right,
engineer. Sorry.
So you said it was 12 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So I take 8. Gotcha.
Okay, so that's the drones. The engineer that's behind cover is going to stay behind cover. And what is this guy in the back? This guy, he's been very flustered. He kind of like ran out of the the little building there and has been just missing left and right. He's very flustered. He's been like making excuses at his commander. And I think, and in his haste to appease his commanding officer, and his just seeming general levels of insecurity, he's going to hover by the commander. And he's going to try and shoot off and incinerate at you, Alpha, since you're just a straight shot down from him. At that angle, you're not benefiting from any cover there. That's going to miss, though. It's going to be a 12. So it just hits the crate, a few feet in front of you, harmlessly. And he's just, oh, not again. Oh, gosh. Commander, I'm so sorry. And the officer's like, get it together.
You're saying that he has premature inflammation? I don't get it.
All right. And then it is Tork's turn.
Yes! And I went my whole turn without taking any damage, so that means my shields go back to full.
Shields recharge. Oh, and you're no longer lightning primed either.
Huzzah!
So let me get rid of those.
Huzzah.
I am very squishy, so please save me.
Oh, excuse me.
Huzzah! Squishy, eh? I'll save you. I am going to... I still have my hammer wielded. I'm just going to run halfway up to the drones that are there.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
And
So
I'm
there.
going to biotic charge. What does the insignia mean on that one?
That's it's you're basically a hunter's mark, so it's nothing that you're aware of.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that and say that that's the one I was going to target anyway.
All right.
And I'm going to use biotic charge.
Another biotic charge. You see his body start to distort as he kind of flexes his muscles with his hammer in there. Boom! And he just catapults forward. Just instantly appearing in front of this drone as he slams into it.
Dex saving throw. They have to be 12.
Oh, that is not going to pass. That is
Yes!
a 6. No, 5.
So they become prone.
They can't be knocked prone. At least that's my house rule for that, because they don't.
Yeah.
No, it's also their drones. They don't have feet. You can't knock them down. They just float.
Yeah, they're hovering.
I mean, as a drone pilot, I know that you can knock a drone down.
Okay, but this is not a quad drone. This is a little like computer digital like hard light guy who does not.
Right, they're biotic.
Yeah. Well, no, they're tech. They're a tech power.
Wow.
They're hard light.
8 damage.
8 damage. What do we got here for the drone? 8 damage. You slam into it, and you kind of see some of the hard light plates that make up its outer shell kind of buckle and crack, but it is still alive. Or rather, still functional.
For now.
Mm-hmm. Anything else for you, Tork?
No.
Okay, it is the mech's turn. So why don't you guys go first, since you're here now, Alpha. So your mech just torched this. It's still holding the big metal sheet, and it just torched the other mech with its blowtorch for 20 points of damage.
Well, let's have him continue torching the other one for 20 points of damage.
All right, and okay, yeah. So make your attack roll.
Yeet.
All right. So what bonus do I have for the mech?
I sent you the sheet last time, but it will be a +7 to hit with the blowtorch.
All right. 22.
22 will hit. Yes.
I have that sheet.
I sent you a picture, so maybe I don't remember if it was on Facebook or on Discord.
Oh, that's a good point. Let me grab that.
It may have been in Discord. I usually try and send people pictures of stuff in Discord just to keep it separate from the main like day-to-day chat stuff.
You are.
Discord.
I am not. Take that back.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. All right, we're cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have a +7 to your attack on the flamethrower. Blowtorch. It's not a flame. It's a flamethrower, but it's a blowtorch. That's not
if you have it in front of you, do you have the damage for that as well?
yes. It's 3d10 +6.
Okay, we'll just do that. 3d10 +6.
Oh, damn, she eating chicken.
17, 23.
23 points of damage. All right. Well, these things got some really heavy armor plates on them, really thick, and you're not chipping through the plates, but you can see kind of in the gaps where the fire is sort of seeping through. Some of the flame is taking, and some of the insides are starting to smoke, and presumably they're a little scorched. But these are very big, and they're very heavy duty, and they're kind of meant to be able to take a bit of a beating. So it is the other mech, and now the engineer there kind of getting a sense of what's going on. You see him kind of punch some codes into his Omni tool, and that other mech is going to take, you see this one doesn't have a loader arm. It has a big drill instead.
Ooh.
So you see the drill start to spin up, and it just
like an anime.
takes a swing.
Oh my
at
God.
yeah. This is a mech. This is like a transformer battle.
Dude, I'm imagining it.
Natural 20 on the fucking drill.
No, stop giving nat 20s to the fucking
Yo.
That one makes me excited because that's a cool attack to get the nat 20 on.
DM excitement.
That's automatically going. Hang on, I can think of
That just
the
means it's
automatic
bad for
damage
us.
total. The automatic damage total.
Mike rolls nat 20, gets excited in DM.
Yeah. Whenever a DM gets excited with a
Ooh.
roll, it's never good for the players.
So it's automatically 48 points of damage
Good God.
with the drill. It has a starting HP. I'll text you the HP.
That is epic.
Whoa.
And then so yeah, I did 48 points of damage automatically, plus another, so 48. No, that's a 49.
I found it. All right. Okay.
50,
yeah, I've got its HP.
51.
Jesus.
60. 72. 76
Done.
total points of piercing damage. As this drill winds up, and from where you guys are, Tork, you can see it the best. You see the drill just crunch through the plates on this thing and bury itself, and you can hear it whirring, and there's sparks flying off of the mech's outer shell. Your mech is still standing, but that was a big, nasty hit.
Yeah.
Mech battle, nice.
So that's the end of the mech's turn.
Brutal.
It is the troopers' turn now. So troopers that are in cover are going to stay in cover. 5 and 7 are both going to shoot at you, Tork, since you're the closest and you're in their line of sight. That's a 15 and a 7. So again, both of those miss. Tork has been just standing in the middle of the whole fight all night, and bullets are just winging by him. Like
He has
just
this
like
normal
normal
around
for me
him.
there's like a cloak of protection, or like some sort of like a goddess has like draped her shawl around him or something.
I
He's just,
only
like,
have an
invulnerable.
AC of 16. It's not like impossibly high.
Right,
Just give him a flag. America.
Yeah,
Girl.
And then
Right. Standing in the fire.
The troopers that you just shot at McGowan are going to pursue, having seen you dash off behind the cover there. I'm trying to grab all these guys so they move on the same time. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6. Oops.
These hoes
8,
are not gonna
10.
catch us.
Yeah, that's where those
No.
guys are. They're taking their dash to get there. They can't see, but you hear them running around, crunching through the snow. Crunch, 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 crunch. This other guy, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He pops around the corner. He doesn't see you at all, Reya, because you're still invisible, but he sees you, McGowan, and you hear him go, I see him! He's around the corner! That's his turn. He took his action to dash. And then...
Can we get that sound again
Which one?
of them crunching through the snow?
Crunch, 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 crunch. That one?
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Thanks, Tyson.
And then...
Oh, I don't know if they can see this.
All right, so there's a couple other guys that are coming in here. Okay.
Wait, there's more dudes coming up in here?
Call more dudes, call more dudes.
There were, you don't know how many there were, but I don't, and you wouldn't have heard it, Reya, but Alpha was in a position where he could hear a few more people moving around, but you never saw how many or what. I mean, you guys did just like attack an army base.
Too many dudes, too many dudes. It's way
That
too
was
many
such a
dudes.
good reference, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you.
was so good.
Call more
That's-
dudes, call more dudes. Local punk rock references.
Is that local?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Defensor for Minneapolis. I don't
Oh
know
my
if they're
God,
around
they're
anymore though.
famous to me.
I haven't heard about them in a long time. I don't know if they're around anymore, but I don't really pay attention to the local punk rock scene anymore either. So, anyways,
Just call more dudes, man.
Just call more dudes. Remember, and also remember, girls are dudes too, and call more gay dudes.
Call more dudes.
The opus. It is the in defense opus. Okay, that's the end of the troopers' turns.
All the dudes.
Because most of the guys that were in combat shot or are dead now.
Dude party.
And so it's the officer's turn. Officer, roll your bleeding damage, Reya, for the harpoon that's in him.
Haha!
Emphasis on the poon.
Suck it!
And then he's going to try and shoot his shotgun at you again, Tork. It's gonna miss,
9.
9 points of damage. All
Yeah.
right, let me pull up his.
He dead.
Oh, he's not dead, but he is starting to really show like his fatigue and his blood loss at this point. His shot at you, Tork, I believe is going to miss. Let me double check. Yeah, it's going to miss, but it does have double tap, so he's going to fire again for a bonus action.
Miss.
That's a 16,
Ties.
so it beats your armor class, so it hits.
Man.
It's going to do. Actually, yeah, he wouldn't have been able to hit you. Okay, so it's going to do 3, 6, 10 points of piercing damage.
It all gets absorbed by my armor.
Nice. Your shields.
My shield.
Yeah, your shields take it. Sweet. Yeah, so he fires off 2 shots. The first one kind of you feel a little peppering, but most of it seems to have missed. The second shot is definitely more direct, but now that your shields are back up, you kind of take it and shrug it off and just kind of chuckle at this whole situation. You know, you one bad hit, everything else might as well be a fly, might as well be a mosquito bite. So that's the end of. No, it's not the end of his turn. What he's going to do now that he's kind of like gotten his bearings a little bit, he's going to actually kind of run and take cover behind the wall.
Oh, what a bastard.
Then it is McGowan and Reya are up next. So McGowan, what do you want to do? You don't know Reya is there.
Okay. So I didn't
make any contact.
You're invisible.
No, but we were like in opposite of each other.
I
He
was
saw me literally
looking
disappear.
the other way though. That's the
Yeah. He was running from the other direction, so he hasn't seen you.
For all I know,
Unless
he
what's your passive perception, McGowan? Actually, that may affect whether or not.
McGowan might have heard the crunch, 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 crunch.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Thank you for using the voice filter for
I
that.
actually don't know what my passive perception is.
Under your senses,
Crunch,
It's-
crunch, 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 crunch,
it's
crunch.
usually, I think it's usually just your wisdom score.
So then it'd be 13.
You hear them
13.
coming.
Since you didn't technically roll a stealth check, Reya, I would say, McGowan, you'd be able to sense like a presence all of a sudden next to you, even if you can't see her.
Okay.
No, you're a seasoned soldier, so you've got, you're kind of.
A friendly, cool presence.
You heard the crunch, 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 crunch.
It was a softer crunch. It was more of like a crunch, 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 crunch.
Character
Okay.
voice crunches.
Not a running crunch, 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 crunch. Not like a quickly.
Crunch, crunch,
So,
crunch.
What I'm going to do.
That's a T-shirt. Crunch, 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 crunch. Just like crunch all across the front of it.
The whole front of the shirt.
Okay.
I can hear them. Crunch, 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 crunch.
So what I'm going to do
Yes.
is hearing the soldier man's yell to his friends
Mhm.
about where I am. I'm going to spin around, pointing my gun, I assume, through Reya.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm going to say, "Get down!" And then I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay.
Awesome.
Easy enough. Yeah. So even though it's not your turn, Reya, you hear McGowan, you see him spin around, you just sort of instinctually, whoa, drop down. And just this deafening clatter of bullets, like this deafening clatter of these tungsten rounds going off just over your head. It's like, ah!
Natural
It's-
one.
Natural one. Oh no.
Oh, my
McGowan. Your gun
God.
overheats.
No!
I
Gun
quit Dungeons
overheats.
and Dragons. I'm done.
And you have to use an action on your next turn to reload it.
More like Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons with
So-
this.
I have to use an action on my next turn to reload it.
Yeah, that's what we talked about before.
Clear the jam.
Yeah, because it overheats and you lose the thermal clip, and it requires an action to, because it's a bad jam. This isn't like a quick reload. This is like you have to stop and mess with your gun to get it to work right. To get it
Well,
At
to,
least you didn't shoot Reya. That's what I thought was going to happen.
That's what I thought was going to happen too.
Totally useless.
just TPK because McGowan kills the first party member. Self TPK.
Overheat is pretty gentle by comparison.
Hey, Ray, do you
Not
happen to
when
have a
shooting
twin
your
sister?
gun is the only thing you can do.
So
No, yeah, that
No
does suck.
Ray, as you
Else.
kind of brace yourself for these deafening shots, all of a sudden it's just like kind of like these, like a klaxon goes off, and you hear this like hissing noise coming from the gun above you. As McGowan curses to himself as you guys are kind of getting penned in a little bit here. Speaking of, McGowan, are you done?
I can't do anything else.
All right.
I don't. I got
Dun, dun,
nothing
dun.
else.
Reya, it's your turn. So you can
Are
see
you Dungeons and Dragons?
you can see number 10 over there coming up on your left flank.
Yeah, great. It's a lot going on. Oh, so he's still okay. So he can't see me though, but he sees McGowan.
Yes.
And the other two, ooh, okay, hold on. The other two heard he's over here, so they don't know I'm there either.
Nope.
Or
as far as you can tell, they are not behaving in a way that seems to indicate that you're there.
I have to use a bonus action at some point to reload my gun, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, I think I want to do this. God, this is so dumb. This is dumb.
Yeah, that situation.
I'm not trying to be
sucks
slow.
over
It was just like
No, it's okay.
the whole time we were over there, I'm like, oh, my next turn is already set up. I'm gonna give him the meta gel. I'm gonna reload my thing. It's gonna be totally fine. And now I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should do something.
Even if he would have made his shot, this would still suck for you.
But hey,
Okay,
at least McGowan's not by himself with a jammed gun anymore.
I don't want to risk trying to hit this dude that has not seen me and not being able to take him out, because at this point I'm still invisible.
Yep.
So what I would like to do is, how would this work? I want to get the metagel like to him. I want to be able to at least.
Let me read up.
Would my Omnitool be invisible as well? Because I'm in tactical cloak.
Let me really quickly look up tactical cloak. That's not a power, that's an infiltrator thing. So I need to go to classes for that.
Yeah, I can use it
I
like
just want to see if there's any
for long rest.
anything weirdly specific about it is all I want to see. Okay, so you have tactical cloak. As an action, you can activate tactical cloak, becoming invisible. Let's see. An invisible creature is impossible to see without the aid of gadgets or a special sense. For the purposes of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. I mean, I think your Omni tool is invisible too.
Okay.
It sounds like, because that
So
would be kind of like stupid.
Could be an action.
Well, it would be if you're gonna use the Omni gel, it's a bonus action. So it's Omni gel or reloading.
Giving it to him be or whatever? No, because you said one was a bonus action.
Well, they're both
because if I'm not going to use a spell,
they're both bonus actions, so you have to choose which one you want to do, reload or metagel. So you can't do both in the same turn, because otherwise that can be kind of broken.
Okay.
So that's what you have to do. That incentivizes you then to pay attention to your heat and reloading and stuff like that. And it's not just like ammo doesn't matter. Yeah, so they're both bonus actions, so you'd have to choose which one you wanted to do.
Well, this sucks. I'm going to use the lance.
Okay.
On number 10.
All right, so you kind of start to channel this biotic energy through your with your right arm, holding your gun on your left, kind of powering up as your arm starts to glow blue, and you throw this lance. Your invisibility dissipates, but this spike of blue biotic energy goes flying towards number 10, the enemy there on the left.
Okay. I got a 24 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Excellent. So 3d8. Oh, nice. 12 plus 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so his shields drop, his attack armor dissipates, his defenses are down.
Okay. And then
it doesn't appear that your lance actually hits him, but
just took out his.
He's now very vulnerable based on how quickly you've been seeing them get dropped and how bad their armor seems to be. He's probably pretty exposed at this point.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, I want to give the metagel to.
Sure. McGowan. So you reach out. Once your lance goes off, you reach out with your right hand, and McGowan, you kind of feel Reya touch your shoulder as her Omni tool lights up. You get a little bit of a metagel. So go ahead and roll for that. And I think that's 2d4 plus 2 for the basic.
Is that me rolling?
No, it would be Reya, since she's the one who's using it.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2?
Mm-hmm. It's like a basic healing potion.
D4s are trash. Okay, so 6 to 8 points of healing.
Okay.
So McGowan, feel some of your more superficial wounds close up, heal up. It's a little bit of a jolt of energy as you're kind of getting near the end of your tank here.
Cool.
Right. That's
okay.
And I basically just prepare myself for when this dude is about to come up at me.
All right, Alpha and Omega, you're up.
All right, so where did my Discord go again? So at this point in time, he's down. Omega will. Time to change tactics. So he's on fire. So should we roll for the engineer that's on fire? Should we roll the damage for that in my turn or their turn?
Let's do your turn since that's when it was cast.
Okay. So for the ones on fire, that's just 1d6.
So it's just the one guy over there right now. The other guy's
Yeah,
down.
it's the one that's controlling the combat mech.
Mm-hmm.
And takes 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay.
And then from there, what's the range on my pew pew? 1030. Okay. So Alpha and Omega are going to change tactics now that we've got one on fire and we've got big old Tork going over there to have some fun. That's about to get in our way. We're going to switch over and we're going to fire at the trooper that's heading over to Reya and McGowan.
Sure.
The one that's closest to us.
Sure.
Big old Tork, I like that.
So Alpha is all out of tech points, so he'll use his machine gun, which has got a range of 30, which I'm assuming reaches that far.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so to hit, let's do to hit. All right, D20. 127 die. No whammy. I'll take that. 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That'll definitely hit.
And then that is 3d4, I believe. Let me check. Yes, 3d4.
Just a little submachine gun, kind of. I can't remember how we decided your gun works when you're in your quadrupedal shape.
So basically, the Omni tool is integrated into the left hand, which basically looks like a visor across his eyes when I use my Omni tool.
Mm-hmm.
And the machine gun is basically where a tongue would be. So it's rapid fire spit is what I'm doing.
So he opens his mouth and belches bullets, basically.
All right, 3d4. And that is 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right. You see kind of standing there, you can see him getting ready to fire. You see Reya's lance shatter his defenses. You kind of take the advantage, fire your gun. It does not kill him, but he's very badly wounded. He drops down to one knee and kind of looks over his shoulder, kind of seeing now that, oh shit, he just ran in between two groups of enemies and didn't even realize.
Sucker.
Omega? What is Omega going to do?
Omega's going to follow up with an incinerate.
Okay. Fires off another superheated bolt of plasma.
My fireball vomit. And that is plus 2, so that would be 17.
That hits for sure.
All right, and incinerate was the 2d10. 16.
16. Yeah, so he kind of looks back over his shoulder as your rounds hit him just in time to get hit full in the face with Omega's incinerate, and he topples over backwards into the snow, his helmet smoking, melted to his head, dead.
Nice.
Fun fact, back when I was 20 playing paintball, I got the flank on a friend of mine and he yelled, "Hey, Levi," as I fired, and he started to see his name and just smacked him right across the face. Like, still one of the high points of my life.
Fuck you, Levi.
Wow, you almost got me saying read Levi did just now. Relived it in D&D.
And then past that, Omega will advance towards Reya and McGowan to go provide support, and Alpha will stay where he's at and cover.
How much movement does Omega have?
13.
2, 4, 6,
I'm
8,
stoked
10,
right now.
12,
This is teamwork.
Yeah, we'll put you there. We'll say like 14.
Yeah, that's fine enough because he's going to try to help on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
you
Don't
guys are
forget,
good
you guys, that each of you should have an inspiration token from last time because you guys did such a good job working together. So you can use those to re-roll stuff or to help your friends re-roll.
We
now.
play
Working
nice with
together
the
is
other
talking
robots.
Together.
Well, you can give it to or use it for somebody else's role.
Yeah, absolutely. Or that's how it was introduced to me, so that's how I use it.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
honestly completely spaced that part.
Yeah.
I thought I had it.
I wish I would have. Yeah, I wish I would have remembered that.
Yeah.
You could use
Well-
it for other people's because nobody used it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
oh, and McGowan rolled a nat 1, so I get a red card too. I forgot about that. I haven't been
Thanks.
using those again. That's okay. I haven't really had opportunities to use them too much. Okay. So I think that's the end of them. So it's the engineer's turn. So the engineer, his priming disappears now, right? Because it only lasts until the next round.
Correct. Well, yeah, the ones that are on the east side. The one
suppose he's
the
still
one is still on
burning.
fire.
Yeah, he's still on fire. I should probably leave
But,
it there so they know that.
Yeah, the prime would end at the end of my turn. So he lost his prime, but he's still on fire.
Yeah,
And then the other dude is dead.
Oh, you know what I can do to make it so that he's on fire? I can actually make him on fire. But I'll do that in a second. So he is going to, seeing now that these mechs are just ripping into each other, he is going to, let me pull up my bookmarks again.
One more than the other, but yeah.
He's out of incinerates, I think. Yeah. He's gonna fire his Carnifex, just two-handed, holds up this like Magnum style pistol, fires off 2 shots. He's gonna use his action to shoot, and then his bonus action for the double tap, so he gets to shoot again.
Who are you shooting? Me?
No, the mech, the friendly mech for you guys. It's a miss though. It's an 11. But that's also a miss with a 15. So the bullets hit, but they just sort of harmlessly ping off. He's like, "What is going on? Where's the operator for this thing?"
Ping ping.
Other engineer, he's also out of incinerates now at this point.
Us engineers can do some really cool stuff, but not for very long.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot. He's gonna take 2 shots at you with his Carnifex Tork, and you see him. The officer kind of dash back behind the wall. You see this engineer turn and says, "Don't worry, sir. I've got it under control." And he takes a shot. He's gonna do the same thing. Double tap. It's a miss.
This dude sucks so
And a natural 1.
Oh no!
Yes, fuck this dude. He's the worst. He's the
He got
worst.
a natural. We missed, and then his gun just.
Dude, that just made me like jump out of my chair. That was so funny.
so good.
This dude sucks worse than like any dude ever.
Any dude.
He failed the first one, and he got the only way he could have failed any worse.
This is the same guy that ran out from the shitter and was like, "Hey everyone, I'm here." It's all like.
All right, so I got to make a note. He's got to use an action next round to reload.
He has apologized like 4 times too, which is also hilarious. He's like, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
I want like this dude's story in the montage that is this battle where he's just sorry, I'm so sorry. Like just guns going off as he's running.
He might as well have his pants still around his ankles the way that he's fucking playing.
Pretty much.
This dude has his shoelaces tied together. It's hilarious.
Fair, you guys have run into several incompetent individuals in this camp.
I
Tork
like
is-
them.
Tork is just literally dying with laughter watching this guy.
It's just like.
All right, homie's on fire now.
That's too funny. He's on fire.
Well, the other engineer was on fire.
Oh,
so
love
my
it.
god!
I
not-
love
it's not
it.
the same
They're
guy.
on fire.
not the same guy. Not
Oh
the
my
same
god!
guy.
I was like,
Oh.
why?
No,
Poor bro.
it's the guy who's actually supposed to be on fire. Is on
Holy
fire.
shit!
Um,
That's funny.
All right, so that's the end of the engineers. No, they have their drones. So the drones are going to do the same thing again against you now, Tork, since you ran up there. So 2 attacks. They're both ranged attacks. The first target is the one that's in melee range of you, so it's a disadvantage. It's probably not going to matter because that was a 2. Yeah, if that one fails. Second one,
That one.
that's going to hit though, but it's an 18 plus 4, so 22. That'll hit, and that's going to be.
I thought you said he was at disadvantage, or was
No, the other
rolling
guy.
2 attacks?
There's 2 drones there. The first one was
Gotcha,
a disadvantage. He's only going to do 3 points of lightning damage to you, and it's not priming. So.
Oh my god!
It's a little, just a little jolt.
Tork is still just laughing his face
off like.
Tork has gotten to see a lot of this stuff firsthand because you got to see the guy crap his pants, and he's been watching this whole thing with this guy.
He made that guy crap his pants.
Just this whole like storm of disasters. I would say it's a shit. It's a shit storm, but I might be a little too literal.
And this is Tork's first battle back in like a very long time, and he's having a great time.
All right, so it's speaking of Tork, it's your turn.
It's like, it's been so long since I witnessed the glory of battle. Does that take my action to say that?
No. It doesn't cost an action to talk unless you like want to really talk for a while.
Well, yeah, he says that, and then he swings his hammer. I wish that I could hit both of them.
There are feats that let you do that. So
I'm
keep an eye out
picturing
for that at level 4.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm picturing it from Ray's perspective as well, where it's like she comes up around these. I go to McGowan, like that doesn't work out. This dude comes up. Then here comes Alpha and Omega, and it's like, oh, thank God. And then in the background, in the distant background, it's just Tork, like, like just like, it's like
Just as you two are trying desperately to not die. It's like he's
we're just
laughing.
meta gelling, and yeah, we're
laughing.
just like,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
sure, get over here.
Having a great old time. This is better than Disneyland. What, you guys aren't fine?
He just has the moment where
All right,
Oops,
Tork,
baby.
so you're making your attack roll with your hammer?
It's like, oh, my friends. Oh, okay. And then he like swings his hammer.
Shit.
Yeah, attack roll with the hammer. What do I add to this?
Your it would be your proficiency modifier and your strength modifier.
Damn, I get a +6 to this roll? Shit.
brat tap tap.
17.
17 will hit.
Krogan laughed without the voice mod.
It's the I could do my Krogan voice. Get over here, you bastard! My yeah, maybe Raven or Scar will make a guest appearance.
Maybe later. It was a 2d6,
2d
and that'll be 11 damage.
11 damage. That's going to be enough to drop that one after your damage last turn. So, Reya, in that moment,
no, there's something special about the Krogan Warhammer.
Yours knocks people prone, but again, he can't get knocked prone because he's a drone.
The old prone drone.
Yeah. So Reya, your hunter's marquee thing is down, so you would be aware of that as that enemy dies. So on your next turn, if you want to, you can use a bonus action to move it.
And I really wish. Oh, so he's dead, right?
Yeah. That guy, he just, as your hammer crashes into him, he just scatters into like little tiny blue particles of hard light.
I'm going to activate Blood Rage.
What are you doing? Or what does it do?
So Tork just goes, just like after like laughing maniacally, just like shakes and like, and he's just he's like, my friends, I'm gonna kill everyone now. And then
all right.
Yeah, and it lasts
for 1 minute or until I end it as a bonus action. For the duration, I must move towards and attack an enemy on my turn, and I can't concentrate on spells.
Okay. Yes, you're just in a
there's
frenzy.
more, but I'll let you know if it's relevant.
Yeah, if you're just kind of in a battle frenzy. Okay.
Yes.
Ymir mechs. So go ahead. It is your mech up first. It's got a drill spinning and grinding its way into it.
Yeah, brutal.
So Alpha, since you're the one who hacked it, what would you like your mech to do?
Do we have the option to make called shots?
No, I don't do called shots because
Okay.
one, they're very complicated, and two, I haven't found a way that they're done well enough that doesn't just make everybody go for headshots.
Nope, that's totally fine with me.
Every called shot system I've run into has been like, oh, so you're only just going to shoot at the head then, I suppose.
What? No.
Yeah. So I don't use called shots just because it makes things too complicated and a little too weird and wonky, in my opinion.
So I'm going to attempt to grapple.
Okay. So you're just you're gonna drop the shield,
Yep.
the plate shield, and use the claw to try and grab him. Okay, so what I would say is, and I should have maybe I'll put this into the actual stat block because he's just such a big dude. If you land an attack with the loader arm, I would say it would count as
the grapple.
It would be a grapple check, yeah.
Okay.
In addition to the damage.
All right, so okay, there's the stat sheet. So that's a +5 on strength. Actually, drill. Oh, it is a drill.
You don't have the
There we
drill.
go.
Sorry, the drill is. I just put down all the different weapon configurations on one sheet.
I have the blowtorch and the loader.
The blowtorch and the loader arm. Yeah, so it's either the loader arm or the drill, basically.
Okay, so we'll do the loader arm, which is like it's +8 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 27.
That hits for sure. Yeah, so you've got this drill grinding into it. It kind of just throws down this sheet of metal and just swings with its claw, putting all of its power into it.
All right. So that does so do I still roll for bludgeoning damage, or if I grappled it?
Yeah, I'll say it would do the damage and be a grapple because it's like the impact from the claw and then the claw grabbing, kind of all in one go.
66 + 4. And that is 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage. Nice. Yeah, that was a big hit. So it's kind of the drill is boring into the armor and into the body of your mech, but then your mech comes around with its loader claw and just crunches across the enemy mech's like chest and face, causing it to stagger back, and the drill kind of comes out, leaving this large, smoking, sparking hole kind of about halfway up along one side of your mech. But you can see now, like the head and the chest, like one of the chest plates of this enemy mech are kind of bent, knocked off center, cracked. And you can even see some of like the motors in the neck kind of sparking and grinding against each other. And then it is the troopers' turns. The troopers are getting pretty low here. So the same two guys are going to shoot at you, Tork. 5 and 7. Going to keep it up.
They can try.
A 7? Okay, that's going to be a hit. Finally, that's a 22. That is the first regular rifle attack that's hit anybody this game.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
All right, so he is going to.
Oh, the Matrix legendary reference.
Definitely. I forgot which guy this is. Here he is. Okay, that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. That's that guy. Okay, and then it's going to be the two guys that are left by Reya and McGowan are the only other two on the battlefield.
These bros. Oh my god.
A new character. I'm gonna die.
All right, so
The last thing they saw was him going over there and saying, "Hey, there's a dude over here," and now they're about to breach the corner with like 4 people and like.
He's gonna run up there, see you guys, gonna run up there, see you guys. Both gonna take shots at. Let me see. I'm gonna roll for this because there's a lot of enemies here. They can't shoot you, Reya, because McGowan is blocking the way. But they might be able to. 8 could possibly shoot at. Yeah, 8's gonna shoot at Omega, and 9 is gonna shoot at McGowan. So I'll do 8 first. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Oh,
going to be a 23. So they both hit. The damage for Alpha, or Omega, sorry, is 12 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And for you, McGowan, action. Nope, too late. I'm gonna. You guys have burst fire, but McGowan, you're going to take 8 points of piercing
Okay,
damage.
so that all goes to my shields.
Nice.
So I have my shields have 2 points of damage left,
Great.
which is the first time I've been able to fucking use my shields this game.
Yeah, well, you got rushed by those 2 Varen, and that doesn't help. So that is turns.
Welcome.
And as a reminder, because I think Reya in particular, you'd be mindful of this because you're the one who saw it. There are 2 patrols of guys outside on the perimeter of the camp somewhere that you haven't seen since you ran down from the glacier. And you have no idea where they are at this point, but you know that they exist. Just something that you would be aware of when you're making tactical choices. It is the officer's turn. Officer gonna step out, fire the shotgun again at you, Tork.
I don't like that shotgun.
It's gonna do a double tap again. First attack will hit with a natural 17 without the modifier, and the second attack is gonna miss. So first one is it is gonna do 3, 4, 6 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
And then he's gonna pop back behind cover. Then it is McGowan and Reya. So yeah, McGowan, you're up first.
Okay, I am going to. I guess I have to drop my Typhoon to do this. So my AC goes down to 17.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw it on the ground, and then take out my what's that weapon called? The phalanx.
Yeah, your big pistol.
That's in my left hand. Right hand Omni blade comes up, and I'm gonna
Nice.
attack 9 with the Omni blade.
You're gonna rush him.
Yeah.
So McGowan, yeah, you do that. You throw your gun down and you basically do the soldier pulling out his combat knife and just gritting his teeth. Your left hand, your Omni blade, just like an underslung orange hard light attachment to your Omni tool, kind of pops out. It's like a bayonet for your forearm, and with the other hand, you reach to your left hip and pull out your phalanx and and you leap forward, just like trench warfare style.
So I rolled another natural 1, but I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll it because that's bullshit.
Yes.
When's your birthday? Because I'm totally buying you new dice.
I'm using the D&D
For real.
die roller.
I do still get a card from that.
What sucks is that Dan has had shitty rolls since I've met him. It's like it sucks.
Except when I roll well, and then I just roll stupid well.
Well, yeah. You also
Yeah, you do plow through some combats.
You're a fighter hexblade in our D&D game, so
Yeah,
you're a fighter hexblade and a barbarian.
He did almost 100 damage once.
Yeah, it was really crazy. I forgot about that. That was awesome.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 to hit will definitely hit.
Nice.
And that's 1d8 slashing plus my strength. Is that correct?
Strength and proficiency.
Strength and proficiency.
Yep. I think everybody's automatically proficient with melee weapons because they're just such like a stock part of the combat.
That's going to be 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage against 9, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, 9. His shields drop.
Doesn't melee go through shields? 'Cause
You're
that's
right,
what
it does. Yes, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. So he's at 13.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so his shields are still up, but his tech armor drops.
Sick.
So yeah, your Omniblade comes in and just punctures through, and it just flies apart. And it doesn't. You don't wind up doing a whole lot of damage to his person, but his the tech armor is gone. It's completely gone.
Cool.
So his one of his main defenses is down. His shields are presumably still up, but knowing what you know, they don't have a whole lot of shields to begin with.
Yeah.
It's like one hit, basically. It's pretty basic stuff. Anything else for you, McGowan?
That's all I can do.
Okay, so Reya, it's your turn. You see McGowan just in frustration, his gun smoking, chuck it to the side, Omniblade activate, pistol out, and he just lunges forward and just punches the fuck out of this guy. Omniblade just shattering the armor, impacting through him, and now they're kind of locked in this like hand-to-hand with McGowan's locked with number 9 in a hand-to-hand combat there.
And do I have line of sight on the other dude? He's right
I would say
there.
just like boop, just pop up like one space, and yeah, you're perfectly clear.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something a little bit weird.
All right.
Well, it's not that weird, but I'm gonna pull out my little leg pistol, my M3 pistol.
Oh, sure. I would say it's like D&D, how it's an action to change weapons.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
So,
I was gonna. That's why I said it would be fun, is because I was gonna shoot one and reload
it's
the
one
other.
of those things where like visually it makes sense that you could like pull out a pistol and shoot it, but just for like game mechanics, just to keep things balanced.
It's
one
fine.
weapon at a time. Unless it's a melee weapon and a one-handed weapon, you can do that. You can do two for that.
I don't think I have any inventory.
You would have we talked about it before we started. You should have a melee weapon. Everybody should have a melee weapon just because it comes stock, I think, with every character.
Yeah, it does.
So we can just because you haven't, just because we kind of ran a little bit of confusion, we'll just say you have an Omniblade, which is kind of the stock melee weapon.
Sure. Well then, yeah. What I would like to do is reload and go for one of them, but I don't think.
Okay, yeah. Well, bonus action, you can reload the bonus action.
You can do the bonus action first.
Yeah. It's.
Can I do it before and shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's no order in the way that those things happen. You just have. Yeah, it gives you a lot more flexibility on your turn. Yeah, so you use your bonus action.
I would like to do that.
Eject the thermal clip. It shoots out of the side. It's 4 inches long. It's like this little kind of dark metal thing
intense.
That has these like bands of kind of like glowing orange heat, like it's the chemical inside that acts as the heat sink, and it just shoots off and it hits the snow and starts to melt and steam. And you jam another thermal clip in and bring your rifle up.
Solid. Yeah. And then I'm gonna shoot at the one that he did not shoot at.
8. So the other guy next there who's kind of like
yes,
reeling back, seeing that this guy just like linebacker.
Kevin. Yeah, that's so. We do have a picture. So he has a. Oh fuck. Oh yeah. Is he still not dead?
He's still alive. He's a tough guy.
9 points of damage.
9 more points of damage. Okay, yeah. I mean, he's you can't see him now, but yeah, he's bleeding.
But I can hear his groans.
Oh my God! It hurts.
Why, for the love of God, why?
Finally, I'm not the only one laughing
Ray.
on this battlefield.
You just hear Ray like, "Get good." Like,
that was my favorite spleen.
You should have redundant orders.
I had 3 other ones before this. Anyways, we're getting close to 10 o'clock here.
So yeah, yes. I'm gonna shoot at it. I rolled a 18 plus. Well, yeah, 2. Yes.
It would be your proficiency
Dirty 20.
modifier and your dex.
Oh, proficiency and dex.
Yeah, because it's a
Okay,
range
well then
attack.
22.
22. Yeah, that's for sure a hit.
Excellent. And then you can do a con save for if you get half the damage. Nice.
Oh nope. He failed. That's like a
Okay.
4 or something. It's like a 2
Yeah, no,
plus.
that's a fail.
All right, so
you're
the old-
taking 10 damage right now, and you will take full damage at the start of your next turn.
What?
We got another Bleedman.
Bleedman.
Bloodman Jones.
Another bleedy boy.
Thomas Bloodman.
Blood.
Tom Mother.
Ray and the Blood Boys.
I've
That's
been
my new band.
I've been playing a lot of
That's a good
Bloodborne lately, so we're getting perilously close to that.
I've been playing Pummel Party, and we always say "blood for the blood god," and so
Corn.
now that's all I'm thinking.
Oh, see, now you brought up Warhammer. You've done something terrible now because that's all I'm going to be thinking.
Okay, yeah, we only have a few minutes left.
I'm gonna start that. Let me go get my models.
Yeah, right. Mine are right here. Anyways,
I have some right next to me too.
You got those Eldar guys. I forgot. Anyways, this is
Yeah,
what
they're
happens.
still kicking.
We're literally now talking about Warhammer, which is exactly what we tried not.
See what you've done? What you've done?
Right, so
I was the one that warned us about
I know.
it.
I was talking about Pummel Party,
You said blood for the
Blood
blood god. That's
god.
a Warhammer. It's a Warhammer.
but
thing.
I didn't know that.
I know, but that's
my
what
God.
it brings up. Anyways, all right. Anyways, so
That's astonishing.
How much damage did he just take now, Ray? Sorry, I forgot.
10.
10. Shields are down. His tech armor is still up, but you got that bleeding on him, so
Bleedman.
that will ignore shields for sure. Okay. Let's see. I think we can get through one more round of combat quickly. This has been a big battle. You guys did
I have harpooned them.
You guys did kind of poke the
Emphasis
you guys
on
did
the
like
pun.
poke the hornet's nest a little bit. So we've had a big long battle here, which is good.
So good. This has
Um,
been great. It's exactly what I
so yeah,
needed.
let's try and
Sweet
get
Caroline.
through one more round of combat kind of quickly here, and then we'll call it a night. So we'll start off with Alpha and Omega. It's your turn to start with, and then Tork, you're the next player that's up. And just a couple of it's Alpha, Omega, Engineers,
Yay.
Tork. So get thinking about what you want to do.
All right.
I already
So
know.
Alpha's going to pop around the corner of the 837 crate and take a shot at the engineer who's on fire, which we should
Okay.
probably roll for the on fire.
Yep, roll for the damage since it's your turn.
All right. And that's just 2 points of damage for being on fire.
2 more points of damage for being on fire. Okay,
That's what
okay.
you get for being on fire.
Like the dude hasn't put himself out yet, so we're just gonna keep.
I mean,
burning him.
he's on fire, and he's still he's not on his knees and screaming in pain, but you can see the fire is kind of melting through his armor.
But he's
he's-
on fire.
and he's reacting. He is reacting to it, and he is trying to pat it out or whatever. But
I mean, if he's gonna do that, I'm just gonna roll a nat 20 for my machine gun shot at him. So
Well, then do it.
yeah. So you get a card. Oh, unless you already have one.
no,
yes.
I used it last session.
Great. So yeah, you get a card.
Nice.
And go ahead and roll your damage. So it's max damage minus the modifier. So it's whatever the weapon damage is, and then do the whole roll. Yeah, so it's weapon damage plus damage roll plus the modifier. So you only add the modifier once.
You are.
20 modifier.
Camera,
which
thank you.
is, all right, so that is 3d4, so that's 12 plus 8. That is 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage.
Nice.
That is enough to kill him. So your gun, he's kind of sitting there trying to pat his armor out, and the bullets, the shards of tungsten that you fire out of your submachine gun, some of them
Shards of tungsten.
some of them pierce through the gap where the
Pierced
armor has been melting away from
tungsten?
from the flame, and the others just shred through him, and he gets dies, Wilhelm scream and all.
So now, what was the drone that's by Tork? Was that his drone?
Yeah, that drone.
So
Oh, sick. Good
All right,
call.
Tork. I opened up a passage for you. Go get him.
Oh.
And
let me
then Omega close enough to get into hand-to-hand combat with the two that are up with McGowan?
Dead.
It's 16. Right?
Yeah, you got a 16 meter movement.
No, it's only 13. So that would
13.
reach it.
Oh well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I mean, I think I would say because it's each tile is 2 meters. I would say you're like 1 meter away, so you're like about there.
Okay.
So you're not quite close enough.
Could I do for his action be to charge movement and try to just tackle one of them? Or like just
that would be
charge
that
right
would,
into it?
that would still be an action though, technically,
Okay.
because it's like a grapple or a grab kind of a thing.
Okay, that's fine then. We'll go through and basically it keeps those two busy over there. So that way it frees up Ray.
Sure.
And then Alpha will move back up behind cover of the crate over there. And that will be it.
Right. Okay. Engineer's turn. So the one is dead there. The guy who's just been failing miserably. He's casting a shadow for some reason. That's very weird. I have shadows turned off on him, but that's okay.
The
Anyways,
shadows follow him.
This dude is cursed.
All right, so he is going. I mean, he's like his gun is jammed, so he's gonna have to spend his action to pop the thermal clip out and put a new one in.
Nice.
He is going to. What is he going to do, man? This is a guy that is just having a hell of a time.
I'm actually kind of wondering if he's the guy that
I'm
really.
kind of attached to him.
You know what he's going to do?
I think he's the guy that might really hate his job and he might be accidentally doing this.
He's got he reloads the clip and he looks over at the officer around the corner and says, "I'm sorry, sir. I'll make it up to you." And he is going to run at you, Tork.
He's such a tryhard.
Is he like the over-enthusiastic rookie or something? Like, what's going on?
I just.
Oh my god, this dude got promoted yesterday.
Can you just
Do
like
it,
punch him in the
Peter.
face without killing him or something like that?
You can do it.
All right,
What's
so that's
his name?
the end.
So I can scream it when I kill him.
Tork.
You're such a
it's your turn,
tryhard.
man.
Oh my god, it's
your
my
turn.
turn?
So as the drone vanishes, as the other engineer dies, and you're kind of like, ooh, you see you got some room now, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Don't worry, sir, I'll make it up to you." And this guy charges towards you with just a pistol, nothing else, just running towards
It's
you.
Pistol Pete. I said I wanted to name him
Pistol
Pete.
Oh my
So-
god.
I feel bad for this guy.
Pistol
Just
Pete.
runs towards you.
I legitimately feel bad for this guy.
I wish we could just like charm him and recruit him to be like an intern.
Just fix our makeup.
Just-
Take care of our
He
makeup.
seems really loyal. He could keep watch.
I mean, if we take out everybody but him and then give him the option.
I don't think that's what's about to happen. I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
Justice for Pistol Pete.
I have something that I'm gonna find after we're done that I'm gonna send you guys. That is exactly what this is right now. All right, so Tork, it's your turn. Tork.
Oh, I wish that I didn't have to ask a DM question, but I do.
What?
Did we decide that we can use lift on people?
Yeah, it's a medium-sized creature or smaller, for our home group, if you recall, because it's like a 10-pound weight or something in the main in the standard rules, and that just doesn't make sense to us. So yeah, you can lift a medium creature, which is what
Like a
humanoid.
pot of coffee. Like,
Yeah, humanoids are medium
What?
creatures, so you would be able to use it
Right.
on this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift him
Okay, so
and just kind of throw him up.
what does he have to make a save?
Tork
Or is
raised
it,
me up.
It says if the object is worn or carried by a creature, you must make an ability check with your spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength check.
okay, so that would be like if you're trying to like pull their gun away from them or something.
No, I was trying to lift him.
Does it have to do it? Does he just lift then? There's no rolls or anything? No saving throws?
Yeah, it
I
did.
don't think
Well,
the
it says
spell
you can
is-
try to.
I don't think the spell is designed to be used on people, so there's probably nothing in the wording about it.
Okay, well,
No,
let's.
but
So
we
that would
changed
be
it because
you.
it's. We changed it.
No,
we,
but
we made homebrew about this because it's so
Yeah.
integral to the combat in the video game.
He's going to make a saving throw. I'm going to say, what's your spell save?
For physical, for strength,
No,
DC,
it's
14.
It's not strength DC, it'd be your spell save.
Spell save.
So with wherever your all of your spell casting information is, it would be whatever that is for your other spells that require enemies to make saving throws. That's the number that we're going to use.
13.
That's a fail. That's a 10. So he's running at you as he starts to like slowly float up in the air. Like
No, it's
like,
not slow. He gets like
lift is pretty slow.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
lift,
yeah, you're right.
It's not like nothing, but it's not.
He's
like
running and he's slowly just coming off the ground.
And because well, it won't happen this turn. But you're kind of lifting him as he's moving, so he's got a little bit of forward momentum. But we'll get to that.
And then I'm gonna use my movement to just get back around that corner.
Okay.
If you please.
Just that?
Oh, and I'm gonna use a bonus action to engage a barrier stick.
Don't you have to do something with your blood rage though? Don't you have to move towards an enemy?
Yes.
Move at all.
Oh.
Yes. This is true. Fuck. Okay, I'm going to move towards number 5 over there then.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Very good.
All right. I need to mark him so that I know he is floating.
It's floating.
I'm gonna do this one. This is a good. I think this is probably
That's
what
so
the lift token is actually.
I want you guys to know that I could have killed him.
Oh, I
Could've.
appreciate that you didn't.
I wanted to use ballistic blades, but instead I lifted him.
You also could have just grabbed him and threw him at the other one since he's floating.
All right. So next up is the Ymir mech. So your mech first.
Oh wait, in the game, if you walk through someone that's floating, they
Remember to stop. Don't compare it to Mass Effect. Don't compare it to the video game.
All right, fine.
It's a different, very different thing.
So now that we killed that other engineer, does the Ymir mech stop operating, or is it still?
Yes. However, since I skipped its turn last round, I forgot to roll for it. I'm going to roll for it this turn, and then
Sure.
but it will be shut down after that. Okay, so it's going to go for another drill attack.
Now, is it at a disadvantage because it's grappled, or is that affected in any way?
I don't think that's affected at all.
Okay.
With grapple just means it has no movement speed, or its movement speed is 0.
Sure.
All right.
It doesn't mean constricted at all?
I don't think so. There's grappled and there's restrained, and they're two very different things. And restrained is the more dramatic of the two. But I will check just to, in the spirit of fairness. So grappled creature speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from bonuses to its speed. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just other things that make the condition end. Restrained is the one that like imposes penalties and stuff on it.
That's fine.
Okay, so it can't move, but it's going to try and just get in there again with the drill attack. That's going to, that's a 21. So that'll hit.
Yes.
And then it's going to do 6, 12. It's cocked. 12, 23, 27, 35 points of damage with the drill again. As your mech has it grabbed in its claw. It kind of use its last power reserves go into jamming the drill back into your mech, making another hole as sparks and smoke go flying. Okay, next up is the troops. The two guys at the bottom are going to shoot at you again, Tork. I'm just trying to get through this stuff kind of quick now. First is a miss. Second is a miss. Guy that's fighting you, McGowan, he's going to shoot at you with disadvantage because he doesn't actually have oh no, he has a stun baton. That's going to miss though. I rolled a natural 11 with like a +3, +2.
That's a miss.
And then the other guy I think is going to try and do the same thing. He's going to try and dogpile on you. That's going to be a natural 1. So go ahead and make a counterattack since you're in melee range.
Cool.
Finally have a 1 in your favor.
15 plus a lot.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So 1d8. So that's 10 points of damage to him.
10 points of damage to number 8 there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so his tech armor vanishes. But he's still standing. All right, and then from behind you, Alpha, a couple more gunshots. Wow, they all missed.
Nice.
I got a 2, a 3, and a 6.
Nice.
Wow.
So Alpha, these guys come running out, and it's like it feels like it's just like a reactionary shot because they just ping off the crate, the metal crate that you're kind of taking cover behind. But you do see now 3 more guys back over that way, kind of coming up from behind. Next is the officer, same deal. Roll for damage, please, for the bleeding damage, Reya, on him. And just let me know at the end of the turn. He's going to shoot.
Also, 8 should have taken bleeding damage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So the first roll was an 11
Okay, 11 on the. Well, we'll do 8 first.
and
because
11.
So 11 for both of them. 8's
Yep.
dead. He bleeds out.
Sick.
Ah!
Yeah, so he kind of charges in there, McGowan. You can already see the harpoon like sticking out of him from when Reya shot him, and as you get in there with your Omni Blade and shove it in there, it opens up the wound just that much further, and he just starts to pour out blood, and he falls dead. And then
Can this fucking officer die? I don't like his shotgun.
yeah, the officer takes 11 points of damage. He is still alive. As he kind of stumbles around the corner. Actually, no, he bleeds out too. He had exactly 11 hit points left. So Tork, you see him kind of come out from around the corner with this shotgun up. You think he's about to fire again, but instead he just collapses onto the ground in a pool of his own blood.
It's amazing.
I kind of jump back when I see him because that shotgun usually hurts, and then he just dies at my feet.
Sick.
I want to blow off the gun.
I'm not at my feet, over there.
All right. So McGowan and Reya, and then we'll call it a night there.
All right. So I'm gonna swing at number 9 over here.
All right.
That's a natural 1.
Wow.
I'm going to use my inspiration to help.
You got it first.
You're not having a good night tonight, McGowan. You're having a very bad night.
I'm having a terrible.
You
night.
re-rolled and got a 3?
No. That's 3 natural 1s I rolled.
He even
Oh.
rolled a 1
I'm at max
IRL for
cards. I
keeping
can't
his
take any
computer
more
on.
cards.
So that is a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool.
Thank God. I'll take my inspiration away.
Oh my God, I rolled a 1 for damage too. So that's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Where is he? That's number 9.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's not dead, but it's a bad wound. Your Omni Blade again, just you shattered his defenses. You come back in, find a gap in the armor, and the Omni Blade penetrates. That'll put him. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough. I'm trying to mark off everybody who's dead now. I guess killed a whole bunch of guys. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, McGowan?
That is the end of my turn.
All right, Reya, you're up.
This is one guy that just has like minimal stuff left.
Yep. I would say though, if you you would see those 3 guys that are coming in from the top of the screen on the left side there. You would see them now.
And how much cover do those little containers or whatever?
Those would not. They're too far away to benefit from the cover. So there's no. They don't have any bonuses.
Well, yeah, but I could move over towards them.
Oh,
if it
yeah,
would help me.
that's like waist high. Yeah, that's like waist high. So it would offer some cover for sure.
Actually, I think I'm gonna do the opposite a little bit. I'm going to bop around this corner and hit this guy with just my melee.
Which guy?
Oh wow, you can't see my cursor. By McGowan.
Number 9.
By McGowan, like
Yeah,
I'm gonna
2,
back up
4.
towards the yellow part so that I can get around the corner because I have range. I have range on this gun.
Okay.
I just need to make sure I can reload it.
Sure. You probably wouldn't have the range to move around to get a line of sight on him.
Even over a.
Oh, I'm not shooting at them right now. I'm coming up to try and take out the last dude that's alive over here.
Yeah, there's not really any room for you to get in there. Like you have to run around to where the dead guy is because Omega and McGowan are like blocking that space.
But they're people. Like I'm a sniper escort.
Yeah, but aren't you? You said you're trying
to sneak through them.
It's a little different when they're like kind of tussling though. The movement is like unpredictable. You know, they're kind of backstepping and kind of grappling with each other. But I mean, you could get there and then you could take a shot.
Sure, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, you just have to move around so that you don't have friends in the way because it's with the crate there, and McGowan kind of being like right up against it. It's just a little too crowded in that spot.
So, yeah, okay. So I'm going to I don't have the specs for what my melee weapon would be.
It's I believe the Omni Blade is what 1d8.
A d8. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to take a shot at this guy with that and use my bonus action to reload my harpoon gun.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you'll move up a little bit to get in melee range there. That's fine. All right, yeah, so while you're running up, you use your bonus action to reload, and then as you come in, your Omni Blade activates and you go in for a punch. So that's a strength attack plus your proficiency. Strength modifier plus proficiency bonus.
Omni Blade is finesse. So you can
it's finesse, so it's dexterity or strength.
Oh, so dex for me.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
14 plus 4, 18.
Okay. Oh, that's a hit.
Excellent. And it's a D8, you said?
Yeah. D8 plus, again, plus your strength and proficiency bonus.
Okay. Oh, nice. 6 plus 2 plus 1. 9.
9 points of damage. Yeah, so you come around there and you guys simul slash this dude. McGowan, you get your Omni Blade in like through a plate in his chest. Reya, you come around with yours and it goes in through the gap between his helmet and his neck and just you guys like bisect this dude and he crumples. And he is.
Can we high five after?
We accidentally high five with the Omni Blade hands and just cut each other's hands off.
Cut each other's hands off? Ah!
All right. So we'll end things there.
Sorry, I'm talking to my cat.
That's
That was
okay.
a good bout.
That was
Yeah,
really
there's
fun.
the mech fight is still the one seems to be powered down.
Powered
there's
down.
plenty of dead bodies around at this point.
Yeah, I like the new system for leaving the dead bodies on the map.
There's an engineer floating, kind of like doing the like bicycle, like the bicycle snow thing.
was gonna say it's funny that the lift token has the
I'm trying
person
to-
floating
hey,
because it's not even built into the.
I'm trying to wrap up here. Hang on.
Yeah.
You guys are, there's a lot of enemies here. You've had a few moments where it seemed like you guys are getting a little overwhelmed, but it seems like you guys are turning the tide back in your favor. But we'll find out in a couple of weeks. We've run a little longer than I hoped to, but that's okay. And we will see everybody in a couple of weeks. Obviously,
Thanks for watching.
Red, bad luck. You guys have, you have your links, the people to check out if you want to share those again. Otherwise,
Well,
thanks everybody. Do you guys want to
Sorry,
share the
I'm
links or not?
sharing it. No, I was sharing it like in the chat.
Oh, I see. I
I'll
can't
just
see the
shout it
chat.
out. I go by Bad Luck.
Oh.
I
I can't
fly
see the
drones.
chat.
We just released our first full episode of drone-related content on Prop Gear TV. Prop Gear, it's like Top Gear, but props because it's like drones.
Props.
Nice.
Props. So yeah, you guys should check that out if you're even a little into drone stuff,
Or if you want to be.
or if you're feeling the drone stuff tonight, then like just hop on over and
It's
watch us.
exactly the same.
Yes,
There's no
Ichabod was
difference
here.
whatsoever.
It's basically like D&D, but with.
You crash drones with those necks.
Anyways.
On the Wednesdays that are opposite of this, I am doing Dead Herring. It's a true crime podcast. We talk about cults and unsolved mysteries. If you want to come hang out, yeah.
Your
And,
1 year stream
also our
anniversary is
first-
coming up.
Yes, that's the other thing I was thinking. My 1 year stream anniversary is coming up on 4/4. We've got prizes to give away. We've got an art competition happening. We're playing The Lion King on Sega Genesis. We're doing a speed run, kicking it back to some of the classics.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we-
that's what I started on.
If there's,
That's what I started on. I've already done a speed run of it and did it in 2.5 hours. I'm trying to beat my own
Wow.
speed run.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Well,
So
with all that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. It's good to be back. Hopefully,
Yes.
assuming nothing else, no emergencies or anything else comes up. We'll be back in 2 weeks, same time, same channel, and we'll see what happens in this battle when that time comes.
Probably more Krogan killing and murdering.
I think that's